It's the final day of the regular season, and we got baseball for you between the Academy Barons and the Conejo Oaks, live from MLB Youth Academy in Compton, California. Believe it or not, the Oaks are hunting their first win streak of the summer, and they're doing it against the last place team in the CCL. Zach, what do the Oaks have to do today to get the job done and finish the season on a strong note?
Carson Carter on the hill is a good start. The last time he went out, he had a good start against the Blues, got the win, lowered his ERA a little bit. We talked about this a little bit before the broadcast, Jordan. They have their A-plus lineup today. Nico Lima, who hasn't been getting starts lately. Ryan Yamashiro, who's been off the lineup. Jacob Castro, that's the center of the order. Gabe Baldovino, who's been playing well as of late. Raul Sandoval, who's been playing well as of late, incredibly well. Two guys who just got home runs the last time the Oaks played. Really, if this lineup produces like it should, if Carson Carter plays like he should, it's up to the defense. The defense has to play mistake-free baseball, and if they can do that and limit the Barons, which Carson Carter and the bullpen should be able to do, they should get a win and end the season on a high note.
Well, the rotation has been terrific the last couple of days, or the last couple of games, rather. Travis Weston and Jerry Ramirez delivering terrific outings in their final starts of the summer, and the bullpen beyond that has been terrific as well. Today, you mentioned Carson Carter, no longer with Texas Tech. He's on the hill for the Oaks, looking to finish out his summer the right way. On the bump for the Academy Barons is going to be Travis Lavendier, who's headed to Cypress Community College next year. The Barons wearing their home white uniforms with red numbers on the back and lettering across the chest, and blue caps as well. The Oaks wearing their road navy blues with white numbers and lettering, and their gray road pants. Leading off for Conejo today, the right fielder out of CSUN, Andrew Lucas, who actually made his first start for the Oaks and first appearance for the Oaks this summer on Sunday, and delivered a 1-for-4 performance out of the leadoff spot. He shows bunt and takes below the knees. It's 1-0. Our first pitch time, 6:05 p.m., just about 5 minutes behind our scheduled start time. So a 1-0 count against Lucas. The kick and the pitch is swung on and lifted foul. It is 1-1. The Barons have lost 5 in a row, and it has been just an abysmal month of July. Just running a bit thin with their rotation late in the summer. But a young lineup that promises to make runs in the CCL in the coming seasons. The 1-1 in at the knees. It's 1-2 to Lucas.
Yeah, we've seen flashes from this team. The last time the Oaks saw the Barons, they unloaded for 13 runs, one of their lone wins in July. A lot of talent, just super young, still trying to figure themselves out.
The kick, the 1-2, elevates on a heater, and it misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Lavendier wears number 33, and in 19 innings this year has a 9 ERA, even. And he hangs a curveball, stays above the chest of Lucas. The count is full. Lavendier has struggled commanding the zone. He has 19 strikeouts, 17 walks, and there's number 18. A leadoff walk for Lucas, and the Oaks have a runner aboard to lead this game off. And watch out, Andrew Lucas, not the best base stealer on this team, but certainly someone who can fly and steal one if you don't pay attention to him. Nico Lima also falls into that category, and he's hitting here for the Oaks. Oaks' leading hitter this summer. He's hitting .353 with 29 singles, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and a team-high 3 home runs. Digs in from the right side after being held out of the lineup on Sunday. Lima swings. He's late for a fastball and skies it high in the air out of play behind home. It's 0-1 to Lima. Nico started his college career as a football player at San Jose State. Returned to the diamond, and it has been just a natural fit for him. Lucas inches off first. They throw to him, and the ball gets away from Hurd, the first baseman. Lucas jogs to second. He's in scoring position with still nobody out. That'll be an error on the throw by Lavendier.
And from my angle, it looked like the throw actually bounced off of Lucas. Got to second safely. Good base running. The Oaks with an advantage here. No outs, a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and they got one of their best RBI guys up at the plate now. Nico Lima, team high with 18 on the summer. It's an 0-1 count. Lavendier collects at the chest. Peers in, now checks the runner. And here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Blows a fastball right by him.
That's how I look today in BP.
Yeah, well, we got way more on that in the coming hours. Not his best performance. Hey, you were more impressive when we played some basketball together.
Oh, I can hit some J's.
Yeah, you can. You hit some shots. 0-2. Lima takes and called strike 3. They ring him up at the knees. Just a fastball that Nico Lima laid off of. He thought it was inside. Blue says no, and Lima retired looking. And now it's Jacob Castro, the 3-hole hitter, playing catcher today. 245, 19 singles, and 3 doubles, 12 RBIs. He also hit his first home run of the summer on Sunday, part of back-to-back blasts in the 5th. Castro following Baldovino's first homer. Lines one into left field. Being held at third is Lucas. Mark Fitzgerald, hands high in the air, showing the stop sign. But a one-out base knock by Jacob Castro the opposite way. And there are runners on the corners with 1 out for Ryan Yamashiro.
That's a good call there. Lucas would have been out by a mile. The throw in from the left fielder was right on there in time. Kendall Ewell fired it in.
Field for the Barons. Kendall Ewell's in left field. Sean Blandino straight away in center. Marcus Johnson playing shallow from right field. Anticipating Yamashiro perhaps going the opposite way. We know he likes to do that. Castro off first. Lucas inching off third. The first pitch breaks low. And a nice block by Jacob Shanks. A ball, no strikes. In the infield, Logan Pollock for Michigan at the hot corner. Kamayu Neighbors, the shortstop, hasn't been in there a whole lot this summer, but gets the nod on the season finale. Trent Anderson at second, and Jalen Hurd, the everyday first baseman, back out there. Jacob Shanks, a backhand pick. Castro's caught off first. Shanks hesitated and pump faked before throwing to first, and because of that, Castro is able to get in underneath the tag with a head-first dive.
I'm not sure what he was looking for, maybe testing to wait to see if Castro was going to go to second, but the throw in to Hurd, he couldn't apply the tag in time. Castro was quick to get back. Dodged a bullet there.
2-0 to Yamashiro. Slightly open stance from the right side, and the Cal Lutheran Kingsman takes a strike at the knees. So early on, Lavendier, fastball looks pretty good. He's certainly getting it low in the zone. Ringed up Nico Lima with that fastball. Yet to establish a feel of that breaking ball early in this one. And the 2-1 home. Another fastball chopped down the first base line. And about 5 feet fouled, even the count at 2.
You know what, John? I'm calling it. Yamashiro's getting a home run to left center. I'm calling it right now.
That is the first call you've made all summer.
Last day, man. Leave it out all on the field.
You did tell me you were a risk taker in
there you go.
Pregame today. That's about as big a risk as you could take as a broadcaster.
I'm pointing for him, left center.
He's got the Babe Ruth point going. And the 2-2 runner goes from first. A chopping ground ball to third. Charging Pollock. Tough hop. And he can't make the play. Lucas scores from third. Everybody's safe. And the Oaks take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. And they're going to rule that a single was a tough play. Just an in-between hop for Pollock, who is charging at 100% speed from third. The Oaks will take another break in this inning. Yamashiro's 1 for 1, and here comes the hot-swinging Raul Sandoval. 2 on, still 1 out. Sandoval hit his second home run of the season on Sunday. After a swing change a couple weeks back, he has just been lights out. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. Sandoval has got a little bit of a hit streak going. In the last game, he had 3 hits, including a single, double, and homer, a 2-run blast. He takes strike 2 at the knees on a fastball. The day previous, Raul had 2 hits, actually 3 hits, hit the day before that, and then the last time Sandoval was hitless was against the Orange County Riptide. 0-2 he takes. Both runners scramble back to the bag. It's 1-2. So Sandoval has a 3-game hit streak going. Last time he didn't have a hit was on July the 18th. Just quicker to the bat. Talk to him up and slow. Back on Saturday.
We definitely saw that in action the last game. Every swing was quick. He was attacking the high fastballs.
1-2, rips one into right center. This is a gapper that'll score at least one. Coming in and scoring is Castro. Yamashiro advances to third. And Sandoval is held at first with an RBI single. It's the Oaks 2 and the Barons nothing. Still only one out in the inning. And Gabe Baldovino, who was halfway to a cycle with a triple and a home run on Sunday, is in for his first plate appearance.
His first home run of the summer to left field, which, believe it or not, at Cal Lutheran is just about the hardest spot to hit one.
Just an absolute missile.
Yes.
So let's see if he can continue. He hasn't been swinging as well as he did to start off the summer. Baldovino hitting .280. He has 20 singles, 2 doubles, 2 triples now, and 1 home run. Inside on a fastball. And it's a ball, no strikes to Baldovino. Baldovino, a player who has struggled on defense this summer, despite the ceiling that is so evident based on the terrific plays he makes there, the flashy plays. 1-0 is below the knees, 2 balls, no strikes. Baldovino has been one that has just had such a great eye on the summer. More walks than strikeouts.
You look at his on-base percentage, .434. One of the best on the team.
22 walks to 20 strikeouts. And the strikeout he had on Sunday, he still reached. Grounds one to third, diving stop Pollock. From his knees, he throws to second. Anderson covers 5-4, a fielder's choice. But Yamashiro scores from third. Another crooked number for the Oaks. They had 2 on Sunday. They add one here in the top of the first inning, and they lead 3-0 over the Academy. So the line's moving, 2 gone, a runner on first, and here comes Ramon Gomez playing second today. In his quick hands, Lavendier collects his first pitch, breaks on the outside corner, 12-6 for strike 1. Trent McKinney is on deck if the inning gets there, and Tyler Odekirk rounds the order out at 9. So far in the inning, 3 runs on 3 hits for the Oaks and an error. The 0-1 ripped into right center field. Blandino over to have a look at drops in front of him in center field. First to third goes Baldovino. And again, runners on the corners. And the Oaks will bring up their 8th hitter of the inning in Trent McKinney.
Now batting left fielder number 20, Trent McKinney.
The offense has found a groove in the last couple of games, Jordan. They were scuffling for a while. 7 runs each of the last 2 games, and now 3 runs on 4 hits in the top of the first. Just about the best way they can start this game, especially with one of their best pitchers, Carson Carter, coming up in the bottom of the order to face off against the Barons.
Baldovino off third. Gomez is on first. Here comes Trent McKinney. Trent got the start on Sunday. Actually, he came in as a pinch hitter and was 0 for. Pardon me, he had a single. Swings and blasts one into deep left field. This chases Ewell back. He drops it near the track. Baldovino scores, and Gomez is held at third. He was off the bag, and he's tagged out by Pollock. A wild play. A deep fly ball to left field. Dropped by Ewell. He threw to the infield to third. It chased Pollock off the third base bag. Gomez was thinking about scoring from third. Realized the ball was at third, and Pollock applied the tag. As of now, the board reads 3. I'm pretty sure the 4th run will count. And it would be a 4-0 Oaks lead, scoring Baldovino from third. So that is the second error of the frame, and all told, 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and that would be 1 runner left on base. We'll get you the official word when we come back. Carson Carter takes the hill for the Oaks in the bottom half with a cushion on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. The Oaks have a 4-run lead as we enter the bottom of the first inning. Carson Carter to the hill for the start. Been throwing the ball way better as of recently. Started off the season with quite the scoreless streak. Entered a little bit of a lull and has since emerged even better than when we saw him at the start of the summer. We know he's been working very hard at his mechanics. And his first pitch to Trent Anderson is a fastball. Bunt laid down to third. Charging Odekirk. Sidearm toss to first in time. So the Barons testing the Oaks defense on the first play of the game. And, well, challenge accepted and challenge achieved, I guess.
Yeah, that was a really good reaction from Odekirk. He was ready for it. Although on the first pitch of the game, how can you be? But he came charging in, made a nice throw. Good first out. Trent Anderson's a speedy guy. That's a tough out to get, especially when he's racing on a bunt single like that.
Next up is the DH, Christian Lucio. He takes away on a fastball. Carson Carter, fastball 91 to 93.
Although we've seen him pull back and hit 94, I think once or twice this summer.
Yeah, we know that reach back is in the tank somewhere, but he's got to dig deep to get that high. So 1-0 to Lucio. He swings and misses at a fastball in the outer half. And it's 1-1.
And as you mentioned, Jordan, his best start of the season was his last appearance on July 16th. Went 5 innings, only 3 hits, a strikeout, 3 walks. That's how you want to end your season, and hopefully he can improve today.
Christian Lucio, a .222 hitter, takes outside on a fastball. 11 singles, 6 doubles, and a home run. Only 3 Barons have hit home runs this summer. Basil Williams leads the team with 2. And now the 2-1 kicks and offers. Fouled back to the screen on another fastball at 91 miles an hour. We've seen Mike Social work an awful lot with Carson Carter the last few weeks. Trying to just touch up those mechanics on the hill. A little bit more consistency out of a delivery. Yeah.
What a luxury to have a guy like that around your team giving you tips, giving you wisdom.
Out of the stretch, the 2-2 swing and a miss. 92 on the outside corner, and he blows him away for strikeout number 1 and out number 2 of the first. Logan Pollock, the 3-hole hitter out of Michigan, is hitting .286 this summer with 18 singles, 6 doubles. He's driven in 10 runs on the summer. Heading from the right side of the plate, Carter looking for a 1-2-3 first. Get back to the dugout to hand the bats off to the suddenly hot swinging Oaks offense. Swings and grounds one on the first pitch to short. Baldovino on the run. Throws to Yamashiro. Bag. 6-3 to retire the side. Didn't even get a chance to give you the Oaks field. We'll give you that in the bottom of the second inning. But first we head to the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. It's the Oaks 4 and the Barons nothing. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. First of the second inning, Conejo already a comfortable 4-0 lead. And we're at the bottom of the order. The 9-hole hitter, Tyler Odekirk, playing third today, steps in against a new pitcher, Yuji Sakane, replacing Travis Lavendier, who went 1 inning. More on his line after this pitch. Outside on a fastball. It's 1-0. Lavendier, an inning of work, 4 hits, 4 runs. Only 3 of them were earned as the Barons committed 2 errors, a walk, and a strikeout. Now the kick in the 1-0 from the southpaw. Ripped up the middle, a base hit. Everybody getting involved early. Tyler Odekirk 1 for 1 out of the 9-hole. A solid single to center.
Right fielder number 9, Andrew Lucas.
And for Tyler Odekirk, just building on that .257 average. He had 15 RBIs entering this contest today. His only hit on Sunday's offensive outburst was a bunt single down the third base side, so that one's got to feel good for him. Give the bat back to Andrew Lucas in the second, walked and scored in the first. Odekirk caught between first and second. The throw from Hurd to second where Anderson covers, and Odekirk is going to be caught stealing on that one. And for Tyler Odekirk, he is now 7 for 10 stealing bags this summer. Caught for the third time. And a heads-up play by Sakane to step off, remain calm. Oftentimes you see a pitcher panic in that situation and maybe even balk. But Sakane completely under control. And he retires Odekirk. Low and away to Lucas. 1-0. Andrew, a big freshman year at Cal State University Northridge. And the 1-0 ripped, and I mean blasted to left field. But it's caught in left by Ewell. I thought he got a little bit more than that than he actually did.
Yeah, off the bat, that looked good. The trajectory looked good, but we've been wrong before.
F-7, 2 away. Not my most shining moment. Hey, I guess when I see contact like that after, BP today.
Exactly. Yeah, you were hitting.
I had some line drives.
You had a couple. You had your spot. You were hitting it right to where the shortstop would be. Right in between shortstop, second base. You were
right for perfect for groundouts.
Exactly. Yeah.
1-0 to Lima. Fastball low, below the knees. Nico, believe it or not, struck out in the first inning.
Struck out looking, which you're not going to see often.
Especially with how aggressive he is. That one called a strike. Lima turns away and shakes his head. That one, a borderline pitch. That's how we'll call it.
Yeah, Lima, that was only the fourth time that he struck out this summer looking. 18th total.
1-1 to Nico. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. On deck is Jacob Castro. Academy Barons, it's just been a rough stretch recently. 5 straight losses. At one point this season, they lost 8 straight games. Foul ball, and it's 2-2. They've had 2 separate 8-game losing streaks, and the only one in the middle of those 8-game winning streaks came against the Oaks 13-6 the last time these two teams played.
That'll tell you something.
2-2 home, swung on and fouled as Lima's able to get a piece of that elevated fastball. The Oaks and Barons have played some really good and competitive games this summer. They're 3-3 against one another. Today's matchup being the rubber match. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, base is empty. Sakane gets his sign into the windup, and the pitch low on a slider inside and low, and the count's full to Nico.
Oaks already took the season series against the San Luis Obispo Blues, winning that 4-3. It's funny, you look at their records against the Blues and the Barons, and that would tell you they were competitive, but then you look at their records against the 3 playoff teams, and very much the other way.
Sakane out of East Los Angeles College. Lima blasts one down the left field line. This one deep. It is gone. Carries the wall right down the left field line. A low line drive, and Nico Lima's 4th home run of the season. Conejo 5, Academy nothing with 2 outs in the second.
Jordan, that was an absolute missile off the bat. Just popped in right over the left field wall. It's around 327 straightaway left. It was a little to the right of that. What a shot from Lima. We've seen some big flies, and that was a low fly, but just enough to get out. And the Oaks now up 5-0. What a start for the offense. Hitting a groove.
Next up, Jacob Castro. You're right. That one got out of here in a hurry. Castro, a big swing, and he fouls it back. It's 0-1.
How about the Oaks the last 2 days? Finding the bats, finding over the fence. 3 home runs on Sunday, and now 1 today.
Southpaw deals the 0-1. Breaking ball stays upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yuji Sakane, 6 foot 180. Bats and throws lefty from Temple City. Went to Temple City High School. Fastball outside, 1-1, 86 away. He's 2-1. Grounded down the first base side, and that one's foul. So Sakane is going to be playing baseball at Cypress College next year for his redshirt junior season. 5 on 6 hits, no errors, no runs, no hits, 2 errors. The lines for both of these teams. Conejo, they're the ones with the bigger numbers. 2-2. Fastball plunks Castro on the shoulder. Tongue out, but he seems okay. Hit by pitch from Sakane, and Castro on for the second time in 2 innings. Single to left his first time, and, well, he's going to have a bruise on his right shoulder after that one.
And Jordan, after that Nico Lima home run, every single Oak has reached base in the second inning. What a great start.
Couldn't have drawn it up any better on the bus. Oaks just leaving it all out there, playing with their hearts on their sleeves on the last day of the season. A throw over, and Castro back without a dive.
We're just going to run through all the cliches.
You got to.
110%. One day at a time, Jordan.
Yamashiro takes a fastball above the letters. It's about 50% of being a good broadcaster is being able to ring off any cliche.
At any moment.
At any moment. No matter what the situation, no matter how awkward it is.
Got to stay on your toes.
There's always another day.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, you know?
Thank you, Mr. Michael Scott.
I got you.
1-0. Yamashiro steps out momentarily. 1 on with 2 gone. Sakane's given up a run on 2 hits in this inning. And deals the 1-0. Way upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Barons sit at 8-26 in the CCL. The Oaks at 11-22. Kicks and offers the 2-0. Again, upstairs, it's 3-0, and Sakane struggling to find the zone. We see a mound visit between the Barons pitching coach and the Oaks starter, or pardon me, the Barons starter. This is the final game the Oaks will play on the summer, but if you're still in the mood for baseball and summer collegiate baseball, we have the postseason going on at Cal Lutheran from Thursday through Sunday.
Our season is nowhere near being over, Jordan.
Oh, they don't care about that. But if you want to check in and you can't make Cal Lutheran attend these postseason games, feel free to check out our broadcast of the CCL playoffs.
I know, I'm excited. I mean, what's better than playoff baseball? Nothing.
Should be fun. A bunch of really good teams this year. We'll run through the full schedule of things in a future inning. A 4-pitch walk to Yamashiro. Castro to second. And that is the first walk of the game for Yuji Sakane. And now Raul Sandoval will hit. Single to right center and was beamed on was thrown out on a 5-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Gabe Baldovino. Sunny day, clouds in the sky here in Compton. It is an 83-degree day, but we expect temperatures to drop in the coming hours. Big curve in for a strike at the knees. Shouldn't dip below around 74 for today's game.
Perfect weather for some baseball.
Ball's flying today. It was flying in warm-ups, too.
Was it, Jordan?
Oh, yeah. 0-1, another curveball. That's the second straight, and the second straight strike. So 2 get-me-over curves, and Sandoval's behind 0-2.
And that this season, that's been the formula to get Sandoval out. Throw the curveball low, get him to chase, although he has improved lately, but still struggling at times to get to that curveball.
0-2, tries to speed him up with a fastball. Sandoval skies it into the right field, and Johnson makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But not before the Oaks get a run on a Nico Lima low-liner homer. They do that on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. 5-0 Oaks, bottom 2 when we come back. Stay with us on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Carson Carter looking down, saying a little prayer, back on the mound for the bottom of the second inning against the big right-handed first baseman, Jalen Hurd, number 39. Carson Carter retired the side in order and struck out a batter in the bottom of the first inning, and now he sets for the first pitch of the second. And the big righty kicks and pitches a fastball high. It's 1-0. Long pause, the 1-0. Inside on a fastball, which forces Hurd to spin out of trouble. 2-0. Hurd's a 176 hitter with 5 singles and 4 doubles. Those 4 doubles are all 4 of his extra base hits, and he's driven in 9 this summer. Carter trying to find the zone here, and he does on a heater, which is chopped behind home and foul. Hurd a little bit late for another fastball. Mostly 91 for Carter in the first inning, and reach back 92 on the strikeout to Lucio. No longer a Texas Tech Red Raider, trying to find a school to go to for next year. Could definitely say he's leaving it all out there in this start today. Hurd late for another fastball, but fouls it right back. Not too far off of it, and the count's evened up at 2. Carter peers in for his sign from Jacob Castro. Castro shaking his head at Carter, and now time is called. So it looks like Carson and Castro trying to get on the same page here. See the Oaks bullpen, all of them hanging out on the right side of the field, on the bleachers, just trying to enjoy Carter's start.
See some arms hanging out.
Slider on the 2-2, which is ripped to the right side, but foul. Today's game, I feel like the whole day has just been about understanding that the season was a disappointment, but still realizing
all the good things that happen and
exactly,
and trying to finish on a good note. And I mean, it started a good note, 5 runs already here in the bottom of the second, and the game on a 3-game winning streak.
You sense that in warm-ups. Players were loose, having fun.
Yeah. There's a certain level of it's nice when you kind of accept your fate, right? And you know, just leave it all out there. Really, that's what it is.
Carter misses badly with the 2-2 and hits Hurd on his left ankle. He's going to jog gingerly to first. And that's the first base runner for the Barons on a hit by pitch.
Not sure whether he just lost his footing or whether maybe his step was a little long. I know that's what he was working with Soshan a lot, was working on that plant foot, trying to get it situated. I'm not sure what happened there. I'll have to look back on the tape, but missed wildly inside.
Yeah, not the best pitch from Carter. See if he can wiggle out of trouble. Getting word that Hurd stole 2 bags in Santa Barbara on Sunday. Big man getting it done on the base paths. First pitch low and inside to the right-handed hitter Kendall Ewell, playing left. Kendall Ewell is hitting .231 with 6 singles and 3 doubles this summer. Also has 3 walks and has struck out 16 times. 1-0, grounds went to short. This one could be 2. Pitch to second, Gomez covering. 6-4-3. Baldovino, Ramon Gomez, Ryan Yamashiro. And the Mystique erased. 2 gone here in the second.
And you like to see that. The Oaks, not that turning 2 is challenging for these guys, but they've struggled, especially Gabe Baldovino this season making the easy play. So it's nice to see them being able to get that done, help Carson Carter out, get out of the jam.
Base is empty with 2 outs. Carter starts off the righty, Marcus Johnson. who plays right field with a fastball that misses low and inside. Marcus Johnson, 125, one single, 3 doubles in 11 games played for the Barons. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and chopped, foul. A ball and a strike. Today, the Oaks honored one of the great interns in Oaks history. That is Rebecca Wilson, head of team operations for the Oaks. Check swing on the 1-1. They appeal to first. No swing, says our first base umpire. 2 balls and a strike. Rebecca, after the season, will be traveling in Europe. She does everything for this team.
Yeah.
2-1. Fastball misses up. She handles scheduling, any food on the road.
Yeah.
Dealing with all the paperwork that us broadcasters just don't want to think about. And we thank her so much for everything she's done. And the Oaks came together and bought her a nice travel bag for her trip to Europe. 3-1 in for a strike, 3-2.
She takes care of all the other stuff that the rest of us just shove to the side. Say, no, I don't want to look at it, right? She handles all that work that is, I mean, you know.
Handling the camera a bit in pregame today.
Oh, yeah. Getting good shots of us in action.
Full count pitch. Check swing. It is called a foul ball. Marcus Johnson throws his hands up. He says that hit him. And he's going to show the umpire a mark on what looks to be his hand. And now he's awarded first base. Coach Solis out from the dugout. And he's going to ask for an appeal to the first base coach, who quickly says no swing. Coach Solis understands his team's up 5-0. Not worth picking a fight maybe at this particular moment. Don't want to get thrown out of the last game of the season.
Yeah, what would that have been? So he would have been hit by a pitch, a strikeout at the same time.
So second hit by pitch for Carson on the inning. And Carter sets. He gets his sign, gears back, and fires. The first pitch fouled back to the screen, 0-1. MLB Youth Academy, the last time we were here, Zach, was for the CCL prospect game this summer, in which many of the most promising prospects across the CCL, both north and south, came for a showcase in front of a number of scouts, and then an all-star game. Swing and a miss at an off-speeder. It's 0-2 as that one broke and faded low and away.
Carson Carter, one of those Oaks that was here.
Indeed. Sean Blandino is the hitter. He is the center fielder today. So 0-2 for Carter, looking for 2 scoreless innings. Breaking ball, backdoor, got him on the corner. He struck him out with a slide. That's his second K today. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left to the third with the Oaks up 5-0 on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Top of the third inning, and the Oaks are back to the bat. Gabe Baldovino leads off. He did not have a hit in the first inning, but he still reached on a 5-4 fielder's choice and scored a run. Also drove in a run. And this time he swings and hits a line drive. Diving into center, it actually chases Blandino back. He ranges to his left, and the lefty makes the catch for out number 1.
Second baseman number 10, Ramon Gomez.
Ramon Gomez next, singled to right center field, and was later caught off third to end the first inning. Ramon just hasn't gotten it clicking this summer. And takes a ball high, 1-0. Had dealt with some forearm tightness this summer. His only home run this summer came right here at MLB Youth Academy. 1-0. Gomez takes a fastball that trails in out of the arm of Yuji Sakane. Southpaw sends, and the 2-0 misses high, 3-0. For Gomez, 172 hitter, 11 singles, 3 doubles, and like I said, that 1 home run. He's also driven in 9 runs. Fastball catches the corner, and it's 3 balls and a strike to Ramon. Slight breeze out to right field. MLB Youth Academy. Swings and grounds one, and the count's full as that one rolls outside the third base bag and foul. Pretty good crowd for the season finale here at MLB Youth Academy. Maybe 30% of the seats filled here for the 2 last place teams in the CCL. Gomez gets a piece of this one to right center field. It's in the gap. Blandino slides, and he still makes the catch. That ball just kept going and going. The wind kept blowing it out to right center. Blandino never gave up and was able to catch it through the shadows for out number 2. Trent McKinney, who reached on an error by the left fielder, is up for a second at bat. He got a big piece of that ball to left field. In left field, you see some of the iconic names that played at this great facility here in Compton. Some of the success stories as the first pitch misses low. Of course, MLB Youth Academy, the first of many MLB-sponsored facilities across the country. The 1-0 pitch, low again, 2-0. This field in Compton, this particular field that we're playing ball on tonight, has something like 150 games played on it over the course of a summer. They do a great job maintaining it. And 2-0 also misses low and inside, 3-0.
Right when we were getting here today, a camp was up and leaving.
Wrapping up, and then on to the next. It's really an around-the-clock job for the maintenance crew around here. A 4-pitch walk from Sakane. That's the second walk he's given up. Both have been 4-pitch walks. And there's a runner on with 2 outs for Tyler Odekirk, who singled and was caught stealing a bag in the second. Tyler Odekirk has become one of my favorite players to watch on this Oaks team. And not only for his solid glove in the field, but for what he can do and how hard he swings the bat for a guy of his size. Fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1.
And he's similar to Baldovino in that no matter where he's been in the order, he's been consistent. And he's done things for the Oaks. Third on the team in RBIs. Actually, he might be second on the team in RBIs. 15. Top of the order, bottom of the order. Even today in the 9-hole, making things happen.
Started his collegiate career at the University of San Diego as McKinney is chased back to first on a pickoff attempt. At Irvine Valley College, Tyler Odekirk earned a first-team All-League nod. This was back in high school as he fouls this one off. And now he's finishing his career, heading into his senior season at Cal State University, Los Angeles. 5'8", 170 at a Mission Viejo High School. majoring in sociology. He's one of those Gruden grinders on this team. Sets the 0-2 just a bit high, and it's 1-2. Whole facility here wanted strike 3. So that one rolled just a bit high. And McKinney's caught between first and second. The pickoff throw to Hurd at first, the throw to second. Neighbors applies the tag, and McKinney is caught stealing. The second Oaks runner caught today. And Tyler Odekirk will come to bat again in the fourth, excuse me. Bottom 3 after this. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Carson Carter, inning number 3. We can't wait on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Last of the third inning from MLB Youth Academy. Jordan Brenner, Zach Engberg on the call with Emily Hilsker doing our production. Carson Carter is through 2 hitless innings, and he's back on the bump for inning number 3 against the catcher, Jacob Shanks. And the big righty kicks, and the pitch is fouled behind home, 0-1. Saw in warm-ups between in the half inning, Carson was really messing with his mechanics on the hill, making sure that he keeps the changes that he made, and he misses way upstairs. It's 1-1 now. He went as far as holding back on a warm-up toss. He went through every part of the delivery, and then he just held onto the baseball. He didn't want to get back into bad habits. Skied foul, and Shakes loses the bat in the process. It's 1-2. And the bat, at least the knob of the bat, makes a huge divot in the grass behind home. So 1-2 to Shanks. He's hitting 167 with 5 singles and a double in 11 games played this summer. Digs in the back of the batter's box to give him as much time as possible to catch up with that Carter heater. It's been the fastball slider today for Carson. A strikeout on each pitch. And now the 1-2. That one low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. On him off with an inside heater. Strikeout number 3 for Carson Carter. And that fastball is some sort of electric today. 9-hole for Kamayu Neighbors, the shortstop. Neighbors hasn't played a whole lot this summer. He's only appeared in 3 games. And he only has 1 hit in 10 at-bats. It was a single. Fastball low to him. A ball, no strikes to Neighbors. Straight out of high school. And the 1-0. High on a fastball, 2-0. Going to go to Long Beach City College, and a player whose best tool, at least at this point in his career, is his speed and his potential on the defensive side. Carter delivers the 2-0 pitch, a fastball on the inside corner, and it's chopped foul.
And surprisingly enough, Jordan, this is the first time all season that Carson Carter has had 3 strikeouts in a game. His highest had been 2, and he'd hit that 5 times. So closing the season with a season high, you like to see it.
Back on the bump, and here's the 2-1 delivery. Just a bit outside, 3-1 with some cut action on that fastball. He's working both sides of the plate now. Carter takes a deep breath. Still has plenty of Division I eligibility. And now the 3-1 pitch in is chopped to short. Baldovino moving to his left, throwing across his body, sidearm to first, 6-3 for out number 2. And through 9 hitters, Carson Carter still hasn't given up that coveted first hit. He has hit a couple batters, both coming in the second. But he was able to erase one of those mistakes with a 6-4-3 double play. Back to the top of the order, Trent Anderson, pitching coming. Line drive left field, and it fades out of play over the Barons bullpen. So we have our playoff matchups. Santa Barbara has already clinched a spot in the championship game for the Southern Division of the CCL. They'll be playing the winner of the Orange County Riptide and Arroyo Seco Saints. That game to be played on Thursday. Ground ball to short. Baldovino deep in the hole, dives for it and can't get there. There goes the no-hitter on Trent Anderson's single to center. Gets enough wood and hits it hard enough to get by the ranging shortstop.
And once again, the broadcaster's jinx strikes.
Yeah, that one was on me. It's such a difficult thing to do for radio, especially at this level.
Yep.
If I'm a TV broadcaster for the Conejo Oaks with a full Fox Sports team or ESPN crew, they have graphics to tell the story.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to say anything.
This one fouled high and away, out of play.
So it doesn't count as a jinx if you don't actually say it, right? Like you can put it up as a graphic, or you can kind of talk around it, but you can't say it directly.
I'm just gonna, if I'm calling a no-hitter, I'm just avoiding the words no-hitter.
Really? Okay.
And I think that gets by, because you gotta let the listener know that there's a no-hitter. Exactly. They would have no idea. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-2 to Christian Lucio, who struck out swinging as the second hitter in the bottom of the first inning. 0-2, 2 outs, and a runner on first. Anderson has plenty of speed. He's second, or actually tied for first on this team with 12 steals and 13 tries. Twist contorts, elevates, and celebrates on a fastball up. Strikeout number 4 for Carson Carter, and he's through 3 scoreless innings. It's the Oaks 5, the Barons nothing. We head to Zach Engberg's play-by-play, the 4th, 5th, and 6th. When we come back, keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Leading off number 14, Tyler O'Hacker.
Top of the fourth inning, and the Oaks have a comfortable 5-0 lead. A.J. Stinson into the game for Yuji Sakane. And Tyler Odekirk hitting to give you Sakane's final line, A.J. Stinson's numbers. And for play-by-play, the 4th, 5th, and 6th for the final time in the Oaks regular season. Here's my broadcasting partner, Zach Engberg.
I want to end the season on a good note. Thank you, Jordan. Hope I can tell this story as well as you told the story of the first 3 innings. Odekirk shows bunt, and he pulls back as that one trails outside 1-0. So Sakane today gave up 2 hits in 2 innings. One of those hits was the solo home run from Nico Lima. So he went 2 innings, 2 hits, a run, as Stinson's 1-0 in the dirt, and it's 2-0. It was earned. 2 walks, no strikeouts, and he hit a batter. That Nico Lima solo shot, a line drive to left as Odekirk lines that one into left, and it drops in for a base hit. So a leadoff single to open up the 4th for Tyler Odekirk. His 2nd hit of the day. There's 2 for 2. Back to the top of the order with Andrew Lucas.
Yeah, he's attacking today, Odekirk
Definitely
is, and you could tell he's feeling good about where his swing is at right now. Just such quick hands.
Yeah.
For a guy of his size, he can catch up to almost anything the Barons are throwing at him, and he turns hard and lines a single to left field. Another base hit for the Oaks. There have been many today.
Getting to fastballs, you can definitely not say the same thing about my BP today. The throw back to first. Odekirk slides back safely. A tight play.
Conejo already 7 hits, Zach, and we're only in the top of the 4th inning.
5-0. 4 spot in the first, a big crooked number, and then 1 in the second. And now a runner on, no outs. Andrew Lucas, who was 0 for 1 today, but walked in, scored, and that one a rocket in the left field end, just a little bit foul.
And you talk about a quick bat.
Yeah.
Here's about as quick a bat as the Oaks have had all summer. Unfortunately for Conejo, they've only had him for, well, this being his 2nd game. They could have used his quick bat and electric arm out of right field all summer.
Hitting .250. 4 at-bats. He had a hit. It was a single. Odekirk with a little bit of a lead at first. That one behind Andrew Lucas. Misses, and it's 1-1. So A.J. Stinson the 2nd this season at Alabama State University. 10 2/3 innings pitched. Has a 16.88 ERA. The highest on the team. He's given up 22 runs, 20 of them earned. 9 strikeouts, 14 walks, 19 hits allowed. As that one thrown back, and he gets Odekirk at first. The tag applied by Jalen Hurd. A.J. Stinson gets Tyler Odekirk with his hand in the cookie jar. And that eliminates the leadoff single. So now Andrew Lucas up, a 1-1 count, 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th.
That's the 2nd time Odekirk has led off an inning with a hit and has been retired on the base paths. He's caught stealing in the 2nd and now caught off first here in the 4th.
Aggressive base running for the last game of the season, and that one drops outside 2-1 to Lucas.
Yeah, he was begging for it. He was. That's about as aggressive as a lead can get off of first base.
Lucas takes that one again, low and away, and it's 3-1.
Not sure if the Oaks saw something in A.J. Stinson's move over to first, but, I mean, he did his job, and he was persistent throwing at Odekirk, and he finally got the out.
Lucas takes 3-1 outside, and that's a 5-pitch walk to Andrew Lucas. So Tyler Odekirk leads off with a single, gets picked off by A.J. Stinson, and then Andrew Lucas walks. So the Oaks still a runner on, 1 out, and Nico Lima, who's 1 for 2 with a solo home run. I think the quickest we've seen a home run get out this season, Jordan, as a maybe a close second or right up there with the Dylan Rock shot that got out and left. Also at Cal Lutheran.
I don't know. I think that Nico Lima home run takes the cake for me. That was...
I lost it. It went out so quick.
It's almost like one of those Tiger Woods stingers.
Yeah. First pitch runs outside, and it's 1-0.
It's been an eventful day in Major League Baseball today, Zach. Not only did Robbie Cano already hit his 3rd home run of the game, but Trey Turner for the Nationals completed his 2nd career cycle today.
The 1-0 Stinson throws over to first to check on Lucas. Nothing doing there. Trey Turner, young stud.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're a big fan as a Nationals fan.
He can move.
Oh, definitely. Speedy, and again, Stinson checking on Lucas at first. That one does not quite get back in time, or does not quite get there in time, and Lucas gets back safely.
Okay, let me alter my previous analysis. It's not that the Oaks are trying to tempt A.J. Stinson. He's just got a great move from the right side for a pitcher. And he has now almost picked off 2 Oaks base runners.
Luke back with a big lead. He's running the hit and run. Lima pops it up into shallow left center. The shortstop, Kamayu Neighbors, goes back, makes the catch, and Lucas heads back to first. So the hit and run does not work. Lucas still at first. 2 outs, and Jacob Castro, who's 1 for 1, had a single and a run in the first and was hit by pitch and stranded in the second. Also a defensive substitution in this inning. Noel Soto coming in at third, replacing Logan Pollock. So it's Soto at third, Kamayu Neighbors at short, Trent Anderson still at second, Jalen Hurd still at first, Jacob Shanks still behind the plate. Stinson checking on Lucas at first and fires into Castro. That one's high and it misses 1-0. The Oaks trying to close the season on their first winning streak of the year. Twice previous this season, they've won 2 in a row, but have yet to win 3 in a row. Would be a great way to end what was a little bit of a disappointing season. Stinson again with a quick pickoff move. Lucas gets back safely, just barely.
Yeah, he caught Lucas leaning off first base. You could tell a runner was planning on going based off of his first instincts. And when Soto stepped off, Lucas started running for second and was almost picked off.
Lucas, quick twitch. A little bit of a lead in that one. Works inside on the outside corner, and it's a 1-2 to Castro.
Andrew Lucas trying to improve as a base runner because of a guy of his athleticism. He should actually be a better base stealer than what he was his freshman year at CSUN.
The 1-1 into Castro, and he takes that one way inside, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, and he stole 5 bases. And Andrew Lucas, people are really excited about him because he has potential to be a true 5-tool guy.
Yeah.
And he has speed, but he isn't able to use it as effectively as somebody like Nico Lima or Gabe Baldovino quite yet.
We've seen him show off the tools this summer. That one low to Castro, and it's 3-1. We've seen the arm. We've seen his ability to get to the ball in the outfield. Seen the hitting. Got a strong swing, a quick swing, can get to any balls.
Threw out 7 runners, 7 outfield assists in his freshman season.
The 3-1 to Castro runs inside, and that's a 5-pitch walk. Second walk of the inning by A.J. Stinson. So he's allowed 3 base runners this inning, although Tyler Odekirk led off with a single and was picked off. Andrew Lucas was almost picked off a couple times, and now Lucas on second, Jacob Castro on first, and Ryan Yamashiro, who is 1 for 1 today, had an RBI single and a run in the first, walked and was left stranded in the second. A.J. Stinson trying to get out of this inning. 1 batter away. Checks on Lucas at second. Lucas with a big lead, and Stinson steps off.
Yeah, and Stinson has come close to balking a couple times. Yeah. So, I mean, it goes both ways. Andrew Lucas definitely testing the waters here.
Absolutely.
Taking some risks on the base paths. And Soto yet to balk, but something to watch here if Lucas keeps dancing off of second.
And we know these umps are quick to call balks. And he delivers the pitch, and Yamashiro takes it. A nice breaking ball that drops in the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Zach, we got a game within a game going on here.
This is where it gets fun.
Yeah, Soto faked throwing to second to pick off Lucas. He almost turned his leg as if he was going to spin and throw to second, and then came right back with a front door slider for a strike to Yamashiro. It's quite a talent to have.
Fires into Yamashiro. That one trails outside, and it's 1-1.
Apologies, that is Stinson on the hill, not Soto, who came in at third to replace Pollock.
1-1 from Stinson to Yamashiro. Still checking on Lucas. He fires in and Yamashiro pops it up. Goes into the right side. The right fielder, Marcus Johnson, gets to it for the third out of the inning. So the Oaks have 3 runners reach the base paths. 1 by a single, 2 by walks, but they can do nothing with it. No runs, a hit, no errors. 2 runners left on base, but they still lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And Carson Carter, scoreless, 1-hit shutout through 3 innings of work, has faced only 2 over the minimum today with 4 strikeouts. So we'll see if he can continue his dominance on the back half of the 4th inning. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Noel texted you something.
Noel Soto leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Academy Barons, trailing 5-0. Soto replacing Logan Pollock. Pollock ended the day 0 for 1. Noel Soto has mostly pitched this season, and the first pitch in from Carter in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Carson Carter has been stellar today. Has sat around 90 to 92 on the fastball, has reached up to 93 a couple of times, and the 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Seen him in the inside corner, outside corner, locate well. He's missed a couple of times on his mechanics, but trying to make a change, it can be difficult sometimes, but it's been working today. He's been great. And that one, a little golf swing from Soto. Chopper to the shortstop. Baldovino fires over, and he gets him for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, nice play there. Gabe Baldovino looks very smooth at shortstop today, but going back to velocity with Carson Carter, the reason we keep mentioning it for Carson is because it's not just important that he has that reach back 93, but it's about, transitioning from the bullpen to being a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
And part of that is being able to build up your arm strength.
Definitely.
To have 91 in the tank, not only in the 1st and 2nd inning, but also in the 5th and 6th. And we're seeing that from him tonight.
Jalen Hurd, the first baseman, swings through the first pitch from Carter 0-1. Was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. And really, that's what the great pitchers do. You'll see them increase in velocity. You'll see them, they'll start at maybe 95, 96, and they'll still be hitting 97, 98 in the 7th, 8th inning. See if he can increase as the 0-1 drops in just a little bit inside to Hurd, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, so right now what Carson Carter has going for him, he's dropped a couple ticks in velocity, 89, 90, but he also has that 80-mile-an-hour slider going. So that change in velocity is keeping hitters off balance tonight.
The 1-1 is high, and it's 2-1. Carter again On the follow-through, a little wild. Trying to figure out his stance, trying to figure out his release point, his landing position. 2-1 to Hurd. Oaks leading 5-0. 5 runs and 7 hits and no errors. The Barons no runs on a hit and 2 errors. And Hurd pops that one up back and foul. It's 2-2. The Barons today went 1-2-3 in the first, had 2 base runners in the second, both on a hit by pitch, although the first was erased on a 6-4-3 double play. The second came with 2 outs, and Carson Carter struck out the last batter of the inning. In the third, Carter got the first 2 outs, allowed a single, and struck out Christian Lucio to end the frame. So only 3 base runners today. Carter has only faced 2 over the minimum as that one dropped in there on the outside corner. A strike 3. Send Jalen Hurd his ARPD card. He is retired. Carson Carter, his 5th strikeout of the game. And there he is working the slider, Jordan.
This is as sharp as we've seen him, Zach, and he's got that stare on his face. It's the 4th inning. I think he's got more in the tank tonight. He is just entering his perfect space right now, and it's just him and the catcher. He's playing catch.
Him and Castro working well today. The first pitch into Castro is in there on the bottom line for a strike 0-1. And we've seen Coach Solis late in the season. We saw Jerry Ramirez go 7 scoreless. He hadn't gone past 6 this year. The first Oak to go 7. Wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Solis let Carter work into the 6th inning, which he hasn't done this year. The 0-1 is low in the dirt, and it's 1-1. When you can work that fastball up consistently at the low 90s and work in that slider, maybe a little changeup here and there, it can be so deadly, especially for a tall righty like Carter is.
Yeah, let's be clear. The slider is still a work in progress.
Yes.
It's a pitch that, when it's working, it can be nasty,
Absolutely.
but it's far from a consistent option for Carter for his secondary stuff.
That's why the fastball, for it to be consistent, located well, is so important at this stage in his development. The 1-1 inside just misses, and it's 2-1. Kenlu Ewell playing left field today, 0 for 1, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the second. The 1-1 fouled off the end of his bat. Ewell just barely got a piece of it as he was a little over it. And it's 2-2, and Carter a strike away from getting through 4 scoreless innings against this Barons offense. 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Oaks leading 5-0. Carter sets, stares in, readies and delivers. The 2-2 swung on and fouled off by Ewell. Got a piece of it, stays alive, and we'll do 2-2 again.
Yeah, 92 there for Carter. I often see that final pitch of the inning. You try to empty the tank, reach back a little bit harder, and try and throw it by him. But a quick bat from Ewell there to stay alive.
Still 2-2 as the ump goes, resets, gets a few new balls. Making sure he's stocked. Ewell steps into the box, readies, touches his bat on the plate, and he's ready to go. Carter peers in, trying to get out of this inning. 2-2 pitch, drops in. Strike 3 called. Carson Carter nods his head as he heads off the mound. Carson Carter is in the zone. 6 strikeouts through 4 scoreless innings. Has only allowed 1 hit in the Oaks lead, 5-0. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, Carson Carter in the zone in his last outing of the season. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Raul Sandoval, the center fielder. Batting in the 5-hole today, leading off. Top of the 5th inning, Oaks leading 5-0. Barons have been 1 hit through 4. Sandoval swings through the first pitch from A.J. Stinson for a strike in its own 1.
Yeah, A.J. Stinson's a pitcher who his best pitch is his slider. So a lot of times you'll see him throw it in a fastball count.
0-1. Sandoval takes it. It's in the dirt, and it's 1-1.
It's almost like skee ball out here. Threw it, and it went up off the net and onto the roof of the press box here.
You a skee ball guy, Jordan?
I don't know how you can't be a skee ball guy.
I agree. 1-1. Drops in just a little bit outside the slider. Just misses, and it's 2-1.
I'm not one to wake up in the morning and say, yeah, I'm going to play some skee ball today.
Yeah.
If it's around me, I'll play some skee ball. Yeah.
I'm a big skee ball guy.
2-1
into Sandoval. And it misses, and it's 3-1.
I don't think I've ever heard that from anybody before.
Played it a lot with my dad when I was younger.
What's your record? I don't even know how you keep score.
Well, it's, you hit the pockets. There's the 50, 100, 10. I don't know what my record is. 3-1, misses on the outside corner on a 5-pitch walk to Raul Sandoval. 3rd walk of the day from A.J. Stinson. And the Oaks, once again, with a leadoff runner. The Oaks have had a leadoff runner in every inning but the 3rd. And now Gabe Baldovino, who is 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI. Reached on a 5-4 fielder's choice in the 1st. Flew out to center to lead off the 3rd, and now he's on with a runner on 1st. We'll see if Stinson, there's the pickoff move again. Sandoval gets back safely. Did you watch, or have you watched, Jordan, How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, front to back, of course. All of it.
Marshall, Big Fudge.
Big Fudge.
I'm not saying I'm Big Fudge, but, Stinson again checks on Sandoval, slides back safely as he had to throw a pitch to Baldovino.
It's a good show.
Good show, great show.
Ted Mosby's an Indians fan in that?
Yeah, he's a Cleveland guy, so is sadly when they ended that show, LeBron was still in Miami, didn't get to see it through. Baldovino takes the first pitch inside. It looks like they're going to call that they hit him. Got hit on his left elbow, I believe they're going to call, and he takes first. So the Oaks, 2 runners on, no outs. Ramon Gomez, who was 1 for 2 today, up. Already leading 5-0. A.J. Stinson has been hovering on the edge the entire game. 5 base runners allowed so far in only an inning plus of work, but he has yet to allow a run. Allowed a hit and walked 2 batters in the 4th, and now walked another batter here in the 5th, and now hit a batter. Gomez takes the first pitch in there on the outside corner for a strike 0-1.
Noel Soto, a player who you got to really like his stuff when he's in the zone, but at this juncture, he's really struggled putting together full at-bats of consecutive good pitches.
Stinson fires, and that one driven by Gomez into left. The left fielder goes back. Range is over, and it'll drop right in front of Kendall Ewell. Raul Sandoval will come in to score. Gabe Baldovino will be held at 3rd, and that'll be an RBI line drive double into left for Ramon Gomez. Baldovino will be awarded home as well, so...
He was actually tagged out, Zach, at 3rd.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that correction. We have a weird spot here. Have a hard time seeing 3rd. So an RBI double for Ramon Gomez. Gabe Baldovino out at 3rd, but the Oaks take a 6-0 lead, 1 out, with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 5th, and Trenton McKinney comes up to the plate. Everybody is eating today for the Oaks. Up and down the order. Ramon Gomez, a 2 for 3 day with an RBI. Trent McKinney is 0 for 2. But he's reached, or is 0 for 1, but he's reached both times up. Reached on an error in the 1st. Reached on a walk in the 3rd, and now he's up with a runner on 2nd. Takes the first pitch low, and it's 1-0. So the Oaks now 6 runs on 8 hits, as opposed to no runs on a hit for the Academy Barons. A.J. Stinson finally surrenders a run with 1 out. That one in there on the outside corner to McKinney. And it's 1-1. for Ramon Gomez. RBI number 10 of the season. The 9th Oak to hit double digits in RBIs, led by Nico Lima with 18. Stinson fires in and misses, trails outside 2-1. And he's got a nice move where he fakes the check back to second, stares back, because it's around the same move, and then he fires in.
Yeah, it's the Johnny Cueto.
Yeah.
He could throw a pitch in 2 or 3 different ways, and anything to change a look to a hitter.
Marcus Stroman as well, changing his delivery, changing his timing.
Exactly.
You do what you can. And McKinney lines that one into left. The left fielder, Ken DeLuo, ranges over, and that'll drop in to the left of him. Ramon Gomez will be sent home, and he will score. Trent McKinney gets the second. So 2 consecutive RBI doubles into the same spot in left. Ramon Gomez and then Trent McKinney. The Oaks take a 7-0 lead over the Academy Barons. A 2-spot in the 5th. The 3rd straight game they've scored at least 7 runs, and they were stuck at 7 in the last 2. We'll see if they can reach over it as we get to Tyler Odekirker's 2 today.
Yeah, Mark Fitzgerald, who throws at least partial or a little bit of batting practice every day. His philosophy is if you see a ball on the inner half, you just turn and burn on that. And we've seen that for 2 consecutive batters.
First pitch in the dirt to Odekirk, and it's 1-0. They're definitely seeing something from Stinson to pounce on.
Well, they're just seeing the fastball. If it's inside, they're turning on it. And then Soto really hasn't commanded the outer part of the plate with his fastball. So if they see anything away, it's either the slider going outside or the fastball missing at this point. It's 1 pitch in 1 spot right now for the Oaks.
1-0 to Odekirk, fired in by Stinson in the dirt. Shanks picks it up as McKinney heads back to second, and it's 2-0. So the Oaks in this inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. No batter has been retired, but Gabe Baldovino was tagged out at third. Overran the bag, couldn't get back in time. Soto tagged him out, and there's a little mound meeting. Between Shanks, it looks like the second baseman, Trent Anderson, and A.J. Stinson. No surprise, A.J. Stinson, highest ERA on the Barons coming into the game at 16.88, including 20 earned runs. And he now leads the team in runs allowed after this game. 22 runs, earned runs allowed on the season by A.J. Stinson. The Oaks tattooing him, looking to do more damage. 2-0 to Tyler Odekirk, 2 for 2 today. Takes 2-0 way outside, and it's 3-0. And Odekirk has led off the second and the fourth with singles. He was caught stealing in the second, and he was picked off in the fourth. Ultra aggressive the Oaks have been on the base paths today. (3-0). Stinson checking on McKinney, fires into Odekirk, and that one misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So the Oaks continue to have men on the base paths. Odekirk at first, Trent McKinney, who doubled on at second. We go back to the top of the order with Andrew Lucas, but Ken Landreau out to chat with A.J. Stinson, and this might be it for the big righty. And it looks like this will be it. It'll be a man coming out of the bullpen. We will get you his name with 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th, the Oaks lead 7-0, 2 across in this inning, still 2 on. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
good.
Andrew Lucas back to the top of the order with one out. Oaks already 2 across in this inning. 2 runners on, up 7-0. Those 7 runs coming on 9 hits. Andrew Lucas has walked twice today. Also flew out to left in the second. And David Appleby coming in, the former Oak, coming in to replace A.J. Stinson. Get you his numbers this season in a second. We also have his numbers from last year with the Oaks. And the first pitch in to Lucas misses outside, 1-0. So A.J. Stinson goes an inning and a third, gives up 3 hits, including 2 back-to-back doubles here in the 5th. 2 runs coming on those 2 doubles, both of them earned. 4 walks, no strikeouts, and he hit a batter. And he would be on the hook for at least the runner on second. The 1-0 in from Appleby. And that one chopped on by Lucas. And he went through. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Appleby this season, 22 2/3 innings pitched. Has a 5.16 ERA, has given up 18 runs, only 13 of them earned. 14 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 20 hits.
A couple former teammates going at it right here.
From last season. The 1-1, Appleby looking at McKinney as he trails back, and Lucas fouls it off a little late on that one, and it's 1-2. Appleby has seen the Oaks 3 times this season. His best outing among them came in his first outing against the Oaks in a relief appearance on June 15th. Went 2 innings, gave up a run, 1 walk, and allowed 2 hits. Also saw them the next day, went a third of an inning and gave up 2 runs, 1 of them earned. The 1-2 swung through by Andrew Lucas, and Appleby strikes out the first batter he faces, and that's 2 outs, still 2 on here in the top of the 5th.
And Andrew Lucas looks like a different pitcher this year for the Academy Barons than he was last year.
Nico Lima, 1 for 3, but that one was a big one, a solo shot in the second, his 4th home run of the season. Dropping just over the left field wall, a line drive, and he gets a hold of that one, but it's going to trail foul. Was a little under it, and it's 0-1.
David Appleby, a 2-point improvement in his ERA from last year to this year at a 7.08 ERA for the Oaks last season, and gave up a team-high 23 runs and hit a team-high 5 batters.
Was just about as inconsistent as well. 14 strikeouts, 17 walks. We see that again this year.
But this was a good opportunity for Appleby to come to the Barons
definitely.
and just have some more innings to throw.
The 0-1 in from Appleby, and Lima swings over that pitch. Shanks fires back to second, checking on McKinney, who slides back safely. And it's 0-2. The Oaks still 2 runners on, already 2 across in this inning, leading 7-0. David Appleby now on, who replaced A.J. Stinson, who gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in this inning, both doubles. Stinson did not retire any batters for the Oaks, although Gabe Baldovino was caught at third on that double by Ramon Gomez. The 0-2 into Lima, who swings over that pitch, and that's another strikeout for David Appleby. So Appleby comes in with 2 runners on and strikes out both the batters he sees. But the Oaks score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2 runners on. They lead 7-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. See if it's still Carson Carter who is pitching a gem, and it looks like it's actually Aaron Suval now on the hill. We'll get you Carter's line, and we'll get you Suval's numbers, and we will get you the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Marcus Johnson, the left fielder. Batting out of the 6th hole, leading off the bottom of the 5th. Oaks leading 7-0 after back-to-back RBI doubles in the top of the 5th. Aaron Suval in to replace Carson Carter. His 2nd consecutive stellar start to close the season. First pitch in from Suval is low. And inside, and it's a 1-0. Carson Carter. What a day. Went 4 innings. Only gave up 1 hit, and that was a single in the 3rd. No runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, including striking out the last 2 batters, both looking. And he hit 2 batters. And the 1-0 into Johnson is outside, and it's 2-0. So Carson Carter, his final 2 starts. You can even look at his final 3 starts, but his last 2 starts goes 9 innings, allows 4 total hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Aaron Suval in that one. Tapped foul by Marcus Johnson, and it's 2-1. And it looks like we'll have a guest on the broadcast, Bailey Holbrook, joining me in the booth. How you doing, Bailey?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Pretty good. Aaron Suval this summer, limited action, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 11.57 ERA, 6 runs, all of them earned, 5 strikeouts, 8 hits, 5 walks. And that one dribbled to the shortstop. Baldovino on his horse, picks it up, throws it to first for the first out of the inning. So Bailey, thank you for joining us. It's always nice to have one of you guys on the broadcast. We have had limited opportunities. I know you talked about joining the broadcast this summer. How do you think this summer went for you personally?
Well, I guess personally I could have done a little better, I started off better than I did last summer. Had a tough summer last year too, but I don't know, when I got to see the actual when I got to see pitches more often at the beginning of summer, it was a lot better for me.
First pitch in, Sean Blandino takes inside, and it's a 1-0. You jumped around a little bit. You DH'd a little, you pitched a little, played a little first. Did you feel like there was one spot where you excelled at this summer?
Well, I haven't really played the past 2 years on the field at all.
Yeah.
But first base, infield's always been like my comfort zone, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say first base. Pitching was a little off this summer. I've had some shoulder soreness that I'm trying to get over. So
the 1-1 in from Suval. Blandino chops it. Baldovino ranging over. It'll get between Baldovino and Gomez. That's a 1-out single for Sean Blandino. So the Barons a runner on. 1 out, down 7-0. Only the 2nd hit of the day. As Jacob Shanks, the catcher, will come up to the plate. Shanks 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging in the 3rd. And I know, Bailey, tell me again the name. It's kind of a mouthful. The name of the school that you're heading to in the fall.
It's the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma.
And you'll be studying kinesiology, correct?
Yes.
Now, I know you've been through some pretty extensive PT yourself, going through shoulder surgery. Get to the rest of the question after that pitch. First pitch in from Suval is inside, 1-0. Did that inspire you at all to want to go through or want to do kinesiology going through those troubles, or was that something that you wanted to do kind of from the beginning?
It's kind of been from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I said to you guys before, went through a lot of ankle and knee injuries growing up. Grew a little too fast.
Yeah. The 1-0 driven into left. The left fielder McKinney gets a hold of it. Catches it for the 2nd out of the inning. So Shanks, a line drive into left, but not enough for the 2nd out of the inning. And it'll be Kamayu Neighbors, who's also 0 for 1 today. What are you most excited about heading to, once again, the University of Arts and Sciences of Oklahoma, correct? I'm trying to get that right. What are you most excited about heading there this fall?
Just the fact that I get to go back to a school and kind of get away from home again. That was the biggest thing I wanted to do out of high school.
First pitch in. And Blandino gets caught in between first and second. Yamashiro runs back to the second baseman. Back to Suval. He'll tag him out. So a long play. 1-3-4-1. And he tags out Sean Blandino. Bailey, we would love to have you on in the top of the 6th if you'll have us, or if you would like to join us. But that inning for Aaron Suval, he gives up a hit. So no runs on a hit, no errors, no runners left on base. The Oaks still lead 7-0 as we head into the top of the 6th. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Jacob Castro leading off the top of the sixth. The Oaks leading 7-0. David Appleby, who came in with 2 runners on and 1 out in the top of the fifth, struck out the last 2 batters he faced to get out of the jam. And now Jacob Castro, who was 1 for 1 with a single run in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second and walked in the fourth. The first pitch in from Appleby is a little bit outside, and it's 1-0 to Jacob Castro. It's again Bailey Holbrook, the utility man. He's pitched a little, played a little infield, DH'd a little. Joining us on the broadcast here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. 1-0 is high in the Castro. So you played now on the Oaks for two years, correct?
Yes.
What's the experience been like, and how much of a difference was it last summer versus the new group of guys this summer?
Well, I'd probably say that last summer we had more experienced guys in college, like guys sophomores, juniors, seniors, as opposed to the amount of freshmen we have this year. We got a lot of JUCO guys this year that are still going to be going back to JUCO, which is, I mean, nothing wrong with that, obviously.
Yeah. Castro takes the 2-1 outside, and it's 3-1. And I was looking at it, the lineup that you guys potentially could have had versus the lineup that it ended up being a lot of guys, some returnees that couldn't make it. Curtis Washington, Elijah Alexander, Kevin Graham came in, took a ground ball to the face as the 3-1 misses, and Castro will take first with a 5 walk. Was it tough for you guys to go through the injuries and go through all the things that you went through? And I mean, there were points where, 5-game losing streak. Does that kind of does it weigh you down a little bit when you feel like you can't catch a break at certain times?
I mean, yeah, I guess it does. But growing up, you always have coaches and other players just telling you baseball's a short memory game. You can't really dwell on the past at all.
Ryan Yamashiro takes the first pitch up and away, and it's 1-0. We've certainly been impressed by a couple guys. First of all, Ryan Yamashiro, who's been consistent all year. He's fast to the ball. What do you see from him that he does well at the plate?
Kid's just a stud. I wouldn't even say he surprises anybody. He's always off his feet on the field, and then at the plate, he's got a short, compact swing that just gets through the zone quick.
Castro fakes running. That one in there to Yamashiro for a strike, and it's 1-1. And Raul Sandoval, he's improved a lot as of late. What have you seen as far as a change from him? I know he switched his swing up, but is there anything else that he's doing differently? Is his approach different, or is it just tightening up his swing?
Honestly, I don't even know if it's any of that. I would just say he's more calm at the plate, more relaxed, and he's seeing the ball, hitting the ball, as opposed to trying to guess what pitch it is.
1-1, back to the first, checking on Castro. Nothing doing there, and it stays 1-1. You guys, as I mentioned, a bit of a turbulent season, but it seems like you guys are a little more lighthearted the last couple of days, a little more light on your feet. Was there a mindset change as you closed the season, or was it just, you faced your fate a little bit, or what do you think it was?
Honestly, I don't know if I could tell you. I think it might have just been the pressure taken off from playing last season with the Oaks. Everybody that played was used to winning. We made the playoffs, won it all. And then you got this team struggled a little bit at the beginning, and then we kind of played too uptight and just weren't really focusing on staying relaxed like we have the past 3 games.
Yeah, 7 runs in each of the last 3 contests. Great pitching performances. Carson Carter, Travis Weston, Jerry Ramirez. David Appleby, he was on the Oaks last season. What do you look for from a guy like him? What is something that you can take advantage of?
Tries to get ahead with the off-speed. That's what he did to me. He told me it was going to come, and it came.
Does he have one pitch that's because we saw him strike out 2 to close out the 5th. Does he have any one pitch that works? Is it just fastball, or what? What's his go-to pitch?
If I remember correctly, slider changeup are his 2 pitches that he gets outs with.
Castro is running as the ball is in the dirt. He'll round second, and he will stop at second. Won't head to third as it heads to the backstop. So it's 2-2 to Yamashiro, and now Castro is at second. So when you have something like that, a runner goes from first to second. Does Yamashiro's approach change at all in a different situation, or is it gonna stay the same here? Is he still trying to do the same thing?
Well, runner on second, nobody out, anybody less than 2 outs. Typically, you'll try to go right side or square up a ball in the gap. especially with someone with Castro's speed. You want to put a ball in the gap if you can because, I mean, nothing against him. He's a catcher. His legs are tired. He's not going to be able to move as fast.
And there is a big gap in right center. And that one, a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop picks it up. Castro will be held at third. The throw is off the plate at first. Yamashiro reaches, so no outs. Now runners on the corners for Rahul Sandoval, who had a single in the first, and he walked and scored in the fifth. So Sandoval has been one guy who has gotten better as the season has gone on. Are there any other guys on this team that you feel like have, yourself included, that you feel like have really improved dramatically as the season has gone on?
Honestly, I think everybody has. Everybody's gotten a little more comfortable. Everybody's gotten more comfortable with each other. We all know how each other play now. I mean, beginning of summer, you bring a bunch of guys from different schools and never played together.
Yeah. First pitch in, fouled off by Sandoval. Yeah, in the adjustment period, it can be kind of difficult, right? The first couple weeks. I'm sure it was the same last year. And even when you have guys that carry over, yourself, Aiden Dolan, it can be challenging to find that chemistry, find the thing that you kind of rally around, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys pick up any kind of little things that you would do, little things that you guys rallied around, team, kind of like culture things that you guys kind of do over and over again as the season went on, or was it, did you guys struggle to kind of find that chemistry?
We didn't really struggle to find the chemistry. We're all just completely different ball players from last year's team. Last year's team was a powerhouse, and you got this year's team. We got a bunch of speedy guys, so we're still figuring that out right now.
The 0-1. In there on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. What have you seen? So Nico Lima has been one guy that's interesting to us because he's obviously an athlete. He's built. He's got the football background, but a lot of the skills have translated this summer. What have you seen from him and what he's been able to do at the plate on the base paths?
That kid's just an animal. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody take 4 years off of baseball and be able to come back.
He took 4 years off?
Played 4 years of college football, I believe. Either 3 or 4.
And Yamashiro as the wild pitch will get to second. So the Oaks now 2 runners in scoring position, 1-2 count to Sandoval.
Yeah, I know about Nico. He's just, I couldn't even explain it. He's just a tank up there. Any ball he connects with is hit hard. He's fast, reads balls well, and he's an aggressive base runner, which makes him that much better.
What's the difficulty in pitching to a guy like Nico Lima?
Well, to start off the summer, he said he'd never seen a pitch over probably 85. And obviously in this league, you have guys throwing consistently 91, 92.
Guys that can reach back to like 96, 97.
Oh, absolutely. And he'll come in. He came in after the home run at Santa Barbara, and he said he didn't even see that ball. He just swung and hit it, and it just flew.
Yeah, he's gotten better as the season has gone on. A home run today. I don't know. We had a hard time seeing that. Did you think that ball was going to go? The one in the left?
I thought it was either going to go or hit off the wall for sure. It was hit hard, and it was a low line drive, but with his pop, it doesn't surprise me it went out at all.
What do you think that you have, or how do you think that you personally have improved this season? You've kind of played around a little bit. Is there one thing that you would say that you got better at, or a couple of things?
Well, the coach has been helping me out when it comes to hitting.
Sandoval hits a chopper over the head at third, and that'll score Jacob Castro. So Raul Sandoval, an RBI single to the left side. Ron Yamashiro gets to third, and the Oaks take an 8-0 lead.
But back to that, they've helped me out a lot when it comes to staying back on the ball because I used to throw my whole body at it with my leg kick that I had. So they made me shorten up a little bit. It's helped me stay back, drive balls the other way when I need to because, unfortunately, I don't get those inside pitches like I used to. So it's helped me out a lot. It helps me stay back and see an off-speed out of the hand a little better, even though a little slump I was in.
What's it like having a guy like Mike Sosha around that can pass down his wisdom? Do you take the attitude where you kind of like a sponge, just accepting anything? As that one chopped by Baldovino off the glove of the third baseman Soto. Baldovino will reach first base. Sandoval will reach second, and Yamashiro will come in to score. So another run for the Oaks. 2 runs in 2 consecutive innings, and still no outs. The 11th hit of the day, and they take a 9-0 lead.
Second baseman number 10, Ramon Gomez.
So, sorry, back to the question. Mike Soja, having a guy like him around, being able to take in his wisdom, being able to have him watch you hit and give feedback. What's that like, and what has he told you this summer? What have you taken from him?
It's awesome having a guy like Soch out with us, because someone who's played in the big leagues, who's coached many years in the big leagues, who's been around big league ball players, and he knows the game well. He works with everybody. I mean, when it comes to it, works with us early before our games, our hitting approaches in BP, our ground ball approaches, getting the ball out quick kind of thing.
So I want your take on this inning, Bailey. If you can actually, it'd be great if you could provide some color on some of the things that are happening, as it appears this inning may not end as the 0-1 misses outside. I've already ran through basically all the questions I had prepared, all the questions I can think of, and there's still no outs. You guys have already scored twice, 2 runners on. Ramon Gomez already has an RBI double at the plate. I mean, just provide color when you feel necessary, and I'll ask you some more questions, but I'd love your take on what's going on right now.
All right.
So the 1-1 into Gomez. He pulls back, and it looks like it actually hit him on the shoulder, so he'll be awarded first. And the Oaks now bases loaded, still nobody out, as they get to Trent McKinney, who is certainly a free swinger. Already had an RBI double today. So Trent McKinney, what's his approach here, Bailey? We know he likes to swing big. We know he's not going to hold the bat too long. What's his approach here with the bases loaded and nobody out?
The approach with bases and nobody out, you want to get a hit if you can, obviously, but his job right now is to hit a fly ball deep enough to score. Looks like Raul at third base.
And he's definitely speedy enough to come in to score.
Absolutely.
So Trent McKinney, 1 for 2. Walked in the third as the first pitch is low. 1-0 to McKinney. He doubled his last time up in the fifth. So the Oaks started this inning. Jacob Castro had a walk. Ryan Yamashiro reached on an error. Raul Sandoval singled. Gabe Baldovino singled. And Ramon Gomez was hit by a pitch. I would like to know what's it like being up at the plate and having a ball come in way up and in, coming at your dome like that?
I mean, it's you kind of get used to it. It happens throughout your whole career. There's not really anything you can do about it. You just got to take it, either get out of the way or get your free base out of it.
So Trent McKinney grounds into a 6-4 fielder's choice. That'll score a run. So the Oaks now a 10 spot. 10 runs on 11 hits. 3 runs in this inning, only 1 out. Still runners at the corners, and Tyler Odekirk, who has 2 hits today, up to the plate. Ramon Gomez was caught at second. Raul Sandoval came in to score, and Gabe Baldovino gets to third. First pitch into Odekirk. Touches on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
There was that changeup I was telling you about earlier, too. Changeup to get ahead.
Is that his spot on the outside corner? Is that where he wants to go?
Typically first pitch with a changeup, yeah, you want to kind of keep it as a backdoor pitch. Make sure it just tails right back over.
The 0-1 into Odekirk again. Fastball is low, and it's 1-1. Baldovino holds at third. Well, he was cheating a little off the bag. We've been impressed by how, 5'8", you personally, you're bigger by, but Tyler Odekirk, 5'8", his swing is compact, but he gets to the ball really quickly. What's impressed you about watching him play?
Actually, it's funny you brought that up. Me and a couple other guys were talking about him in the dugout today. It doesn't really surprise us just because of how he presents himself. He's very confident.
Yeah.
So when he gets up to the plate, he knows he's better than the pitcher that he's facing. So when it comes down to it, confidence is a big thing when it comes to hitting.
1-1 to Odekirk, and that one to the second baseman, picked up. A double play ball is not in time, so they get the runner at second, the lead runner. The throw to first is a little off. Hurd is pulled off the bag. Tyler Odekirk gets to first safely, and Gabe Baldovino comes in to score a 4 spot in the 6th. 11 runs on 11 hits today for the Oaks. Lead 11-0. Still 2 outs. Still a runner on first. What a day at the plate.
He's fast, and that's like I said earlier, we've got speed, so ground ball double play is not necessarily easy for the other team to make against us.
So McKinney gets caught at second. Odekirk reaches first. Back to the top of the order, Andrew Lucas. He hasn't been with the team this summer long, Bailey, but I know you played with him last summer as the first pitch in. Slow away, 1-0. What does Andrew Lucas bring to the table?
Everything. I could honestly say he might be a 5-tool player, and I heard he pitched a little bit this year too at Northridge, so he's adding to his, if you want to call it a resume, I guess. No, he playing last year. He was young, coming out of high school, and he did really well. It surprised me with him too.
And the throw to the shortstop is in the dirt. Kamayu Neighbors. The throw is low, doesn't get Andrew Lucas, whose speed is shown off there. Reaches first safely in the Oaks. Another error in this inning. Still two runners on, still lead 11-0, still 2 outs, and Daniel Krasnick will come in, pinch hitting for Nico Lima. So Lima's day is done. Finishes 1 for 3 with a solo shot in the second inning. So it looks like this season, Bailey, you guys are going to finish, if this game holds, with a winning record against the Blues, a winning record against the Barons, and you struggled against the Saints, the OC Riptide, and the Foresters. Coming up, the playoffs are this weekend. What are you looking, of those 3 teams, which one has stood out to you this season as the front runner? I mean, obviously the Foresters are incredibly talented, but are any of those teams really stand out to you?
I mean, Forrester's the same as last year. Like they finished on top again. The Riptide came out a little hotter than I expected. I didn't know if they're going to have more returning guys or what they were going to have, but they're a pretty solid team. And then I feel like we could have done a little better against those teams, though. I mean, even the Foresters, they weren't anything special.
And there were a couple games, one against the Foresters and one against the Riptide, as Krasnick fouls that one off. 2 different games that ended with you guys having runners on, down by only a couple runs, and great catches by some outfielders. First against the Foresters, Eric Kennedy, and then I believe it was Chad Crosby. You guys all season, you had this kind of ninth inning gene, and we like to say you guys like to procrastinate. Was it that? Was it just having something in the ninth that you just brought up a little extra? What was with that this season?
Honestly, the games that we came back, I think it was just the thought of losing is what drove us to wanting to come alive in the ninth. I mean,
it just took a little longer.
Yeah, we're out at the field all day, every day, pretty much 6 days a week. It's definitely tiring. You know, our bodies are not used to it, but I mean, I feel like us coming alive in the ninth is kind of like getting ready for the night to begin.
The 1-2 way up and into Krasnick. Pulls back, and it's 2-2.
I mean, last year, honestly, I think we went into the ninth winning most of those games. But it's always fun having those comeback wins, too. So, you know, maybe we're just trying to entertain the crowd.
Oh, you certainly entertained us. Got a call never seen a balk-off before in my life, so that was fun.
Oh, we walked off in every single way. We walked off a walk, a balk.
I was trying to roll through them. Yeah, you had a walk-off double. You've had the balk, a walk. Sack flies is the 1-2, or the 3-1 drops in there, and it's a full count 3-2. Just about every way imaginable. And then even the way you lose is in spectacular fashion. So you guys certainly were entertainment, win or lose, all season long. And every game against the Barons has been, up until this game, really, has been an entertaining affair. 3-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch into Krasnick on the inside corner. A little cheddar cheese from David Appleby, and that'll close the inning. You're not feeling that call, Bailey Holbrook, are you?
Not at all. Not at all. I might be a little biased, but
it's all right. Regardless, the Oaks, 4 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. They leave 2 runners aboard on that strikeout from David Appleby. Bailey Holbrook, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you coming on the booth. The Oaks lead 11-0 as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Hurd, and that one misses, and a 4-pitch walk. So the Barons down 11-1, have the bases loaded with 1 out. Aaron Suval still in there, and Kendall Ewell will come up to the plate. And it appears, we were just informed that we have been muted this entire inning. It's okay. So the Barons have the bases loaded, 1 out, already 1 across, down 11-1, still Aaron Suval on the hill with 1 out, and Kendall Ewell at the plate. Jalen Hurd at first, Noel Soto at second, Christian Lucio at third, Trent Anderson already across as Kendall Ewell swung through and missed the first pitch, and it's 0-1. So I said this when we were muted, but once again, I wanted to thank Jeff Francis, Nina Matera. Thank you for your words of support today. Thank you to everybody for your support and appreciation all season. It's been a long journey for us, for the Oaks team, Jordan and I, Emily as well, as the 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1. And we really couldn't have done it without you. Appreciate everybody even coming up to us during the game, showing your support. I know we've gotten some really, really flashy, really flattering compliments that have really gone to our heads, certainly.
For me, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, I think you were called Vin Scully, so that's big time. The 1-1 fouled off, and it's 1-2.
Which was
Life-changing.
Well, first of all, the most ridiculous compliment I've ever received in my life, but also
thank you. Yeah, he'll take it. Yeah, he will definitely go.
Nice.
Yeah. His head was about twice the size that night on the bus ride home. But really, it's a challenge coming out here. It's a grind. It's a minor league. It really is a minor league grind. Something we haven't experienced, and it's been a lot of fun. But it's been challenging as well as the 1-2 trails outside 2-2. And it's nice even having only 15, 20, 25 people, knowing that people are watching, knowing that even if it's only 1 or 2 people, we're helping them enjoy their night, having them be able to support their son out here, being able to enjoy some baseball. As the 2-2 is chopped to first, a double play ball potentially, but Yamashiro will just take it head to first. Christian Lucia will come in to score, so that's an RBI, fielder's choice ground out, unassisted put out by Ryan Yamashiro for the second run of the inning, and the Oaks now lead 11-2. Both runs coming in the bottom of the 6th inning. And with 2 outs, it'll be Marcus Johnson up to the plate.
Looks like we're going to see a pitching change.
So that'll be it for Aaron Suval. We'll get you his line. We'll get you the new pitcher. And we'll get you possibly the final out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Marcus Johnson. 1 for 2 today, or 0 for 1 actually. Was hit by a pitch in the second, was stranded. Grounded into a 6-3 put out to lead off the 5th. The 7th batter in the bottom of the 6th for the Academy Barons. The new pitcher for the Conejo Oaks, Peyton Ebel. Get you his stats in a second. First pitch into Johnson is a ground ball. Baldovino picks it up, fires at first. So Peyton Ebel comes in, faces one batter, one pitch, and gets the out he needed. But not before 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base for the Academy Barons. The Oaks lead 11-2 after a 4 spot in the top of the 6th. And they will have 3 innings to their first 3-game winning streak of the season. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Zach Kamenko, who came in the last inning to replace Jacob Castro at catcher. Oaks lead 11-2. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Barons got finally ended their scoreless streak with 2 runs across in the bottom of the 6th. And for play-by-play for the final 3 innings of the regular season for Conejo Oaks is Jordan Brenner. Jordan.
Thank you, Zach. Great job. Great interview with Bailey. Always love talking to him. Zach Kamenko swings and misses, and it is 0-1. Kamenko nubs the next pitch and fouls it off. It's 0-2. Kamenko came in on defense, like you mentioned, the last couple innings, and is now hitting here with the Oaks up 11-2 over the Academy Barons. The kick and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw a fastball right by him. The new pitcher is Elijah Pleasance, and he gets his first strikeout there. Elijah's been one of the better pitchers on the Academy Barons this summer. Now up to 28 2/3 innings, an ERA of 2.79, and he has 33 strikeouts to 9 walks as Ryan Yamashiro comes in to hit here. In today's game, Ryan Yamashiro has been on base 3 times, a walk, an error, and an infield single in the first, also scored. We see Ken Landro coming out to talk to his catcher. He's going to make a change right here and bring in number 34,
looks like
Matthew Elizalde. So Elizalde is going to get a few warm-up pitches. So a couple warm-ups and then back to baseball. And the 1-0 is high and outside. Elijah Pleasance from the University of Tennessee, a right-handed pitcher, 6'5", 177 out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Went to Roseview High School. This one chopped right behind the mound, charging from third. Neighbors can't handle it, and Ryan Yamashiro has his second infield hit today, and he's on base for the fourth time.
Center fielder number 4, Raul Sandoval.
Clarksville, Tennessee, just about an hour north of Nashville. Just take the Tennessee 12th south and the 251 to get to one of the great music hubs in the United States. Pleasance loses the ball. I believe it's a live ball. Now time is called. And Yamashiro is awarded second. I believe they're ruling that a balk. I am not sure what just happened. So Pleasance came set, and the ball just slipped out of his hands, and now Yamashiro is standing at second. The only explanation I could think of is a balk on that pitch.
I've seen a little bit of everything this season here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Only fitting 10 this season in an 11-2 game with a balk.
Raul Sandoval 2 for 3 today, continuing his hot streak. Can't catch up to a high fastball, and it's 0-1. So Elijah Pleasance trying to empty the tank here before he heads back for his sophomore season. As a freshman, he finished with a 2.45 ERA through 11 innings of work at Tennessee. He only made one start. One of his notable performances, 2 scoreless innings of relief against Belmont on April 2nd, as he misses on the 0-1. Back in high school, he was selected by the Kansas City Royals in the 36th round of the 2018 MLB Draft, and was ranked as the number 9 overall prospect out of the state of Tennessee. The 1-1 is called a strike. It's 1-2. He collected some serious stats. Went 8-0 in his junior year, having an ERA above 2.5, or below 2.5, 2.13 to be exact. An all-district team, a state champion, Clarksville Area Player of the Year in 2018. Sandoval grounds went to short. Neighbors to his right, throws and beats the speedy Sandoval by 2 steps. Staying at second is Yamashiro in the 6-3 putout. Makes it so there are 2 outs in this inning.
Number 8, Gabe Baldovino.
His middle name is Elijah Anthony Pleasance. Both parents served in the military for over 20 years. He's been all over the place, Zach. He's actually lived in Washington, Texas, Georgia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And he's even lived abroad in Germany. His high school teammates with another 2018 Tennessee volunteer, Christian Scott. In for a strike 0-1.
Who we've seen a little bit this summer with the Saints.
Exactly. Actually quite a hitter as well. 437 in high school. 6 triples as a senior. Swinging a diving line drive into center. Blandino reaches up and makes the catch to rob Gabe Baldovino of what would be his second hit today. F-8, and we're through the top of the 7th. No runs a hit, no errors, a runner left, bottom half, and hopefully an interview with Nico Lima when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. First pitch from Peyton Ebel comes down and inside to the new hitter, Sean Blandino. He's 1 for 2 today with a single to center field from the left side. Ebel peers in for his sign, and the 1-0 offering is delivered low and outside 2-0. Well, we are fortunate to have our second Conejo Oaks player on the broadcast today. Nico Lima, the Oaks leading hitter, played left field and a little bit of first base this summer, joining us as this one's lined to the left center. Charging in from center field, diving out and making a terrific catch is Raul Sandoval.
That was sick.
Out number 1 for the Conejo Oaks. And, well, Nico, what do you think of that play right there?
That was legit. Well, I played with him all season, so I saw that about twice a game. He make a play like that about twice a game. So for me, it looks routine for him, but he always making good plays like that.
You see a guy like Raul Sandoval make that play, and he's a guy who's such a natural defender. What do you look at in a player like him and try to apply to your own game?
Man, if I can make plays like that in left field, I feel like I'd be complete. But he's just a natural out there. He tracks on everything super well.
Yeah, I understand you're such a naturally gifted offensive player. For someone who started his college career playing a lot of football, as this one misses high and away. It's 1-1 to Jacob Shanks. Tell me what it's been to grind out some work in left field and to improve your defensive skills to become a more complete player.
It was a big part of it, not just getting stuck at first base and being a one-dimensional defensive player. So going into left field really opened up my defense from being able to play outfield and infield.
So you started your career as this one swung on a miss 2-2 to the right-handed hitter Shanks. Played football at San Jose State. What changed from the end of your football career and made you kind of reconsider and go the baseball route?
Just everything, big with the health reasons too with football. And then I think it was just my time to come back. I just had a little calling for it. And the biggest thing was just the patience with the first few weeks of coming back into baseball. It's just the patience of getting everything back slowly.
And you're such a unique prospect because you come out to a league like this and you're dominating opposing pitching. You're the only hitter hitting above 300. Your numbers right now, you're hitting 353 on the summer as this one swung on a miss to Kamayu Neighbors. What has that been like to be a guy who hasn't maybe had the same amount of reps as some of these other guys on the field, but to also have a knack for baseball and a hope to pursue this professionally one day?
Yeah, baseball's a crazy sport. It's like the only sport that you fail 7 times and you're doing well. So I think the hardest part is just keeping a cool head. No matter if you go 4 for 4 in the game or 0 for 4 in the game, just coming out every day and just trying to do the same thing, even if in your head you feel like you're slumping. So just trying to stay off a roller coaster and kind of stay at a even plane the whole season.
Ebel's 0-2 is fouled back to the screen. Talking with Nico Lima, Oaks left fielder, first baseman, DH. And, well, you hit a home run today. That was your 4th of the summer. Tell me how that felt. And tell me about this power surge this summer, what it's been like to go through that. You had a low laser beam that just got over the left field wall today. What was going through your mind?
It felt good. I was trying to get my first at-bat of the day out of my head. I had a bad one my first at-bat, so I was lucky enough to piece up a pretty good pitch my second at-bat.
No balls, 2 strikes to the righty Neighbors. Ebel gives him the off-speed, but it stays outside, 1-2. The Oaks last year, CCL champions, a lineup that featured 3 big-time prospects in Brandon Lewis, Chase Cockrell, and Jordan McFarland. 1-2 in is low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. What has this season been like? The Oaks coming in at 14-23 overall. Clearly not as a successful season as last year, but still an opportunity for a lot of young guys to get better.
Oh, definitely. I feel like
Ebel stabs that one down, throws to first. Yamashiro covering.
That was a good play. But I feel as a team that everyone out here got better. I mean, I think you can go down the line with every player on the roster and realize what they all got better at. So from that aspect, I think the summer was definitely a win for our team. We lost a lot of close games, But there's the last few games, it showed us what we could do if we all play pretty hot together. So from that aspect, I think that was a win for us all this summer.
1-3 to end the inning, a 1-2-3 seventh, and Peyton Abel has retired all 4 batters he's faced in this game. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Top of the 8th after this on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. We're in the top of the 8th inning from MLB Youth Academy in Compton, California. Oaks up 11-2 over the Academy Barons, and the first pitch is high and outside to Ramon Gomez. Nico Lima joining us for his second half inning, and we're happy you're joining us. Nico, so many things going on for you right now, as this one is high from the new pitcher on the mound, Brandon Mitchell, number 36, a lefty. You rake for the Oaks all summer, and clearly you caught the eyes of some people around this league. Bill Pintard has asked you to come and join the Foresters for their run for another NBC national championship in Omaha. Are you looking forward to that experience?
Yeah, I'm excited. I know I have some butterflies for it, but it's going to be a good trip. I'm going to drive out with all of them for a 20-hour road trip, but it'll be good. You know, I'm excited for it and excited for the opportunity.
What's going on in your mind right now as far as what you need to improve baseball-wise in order to become a more complete player? We talked a little bit about defense, but as this one is skied out to right center field, and this one is going to be brought in by Blandino for out number 1, what are some of the other tools that you're trying to sharpen to become a more complete prospect?
You know, just running. I think speed. I think everyone can get faster. I just help them more and more. And then the bat, the field, the throwing. I feel like you just learn from the people around you. You can find the best tools that everyone around you. It just helps you bring out the best in yourself.
And how has the Oaks coaching staff helped you along in improving some of those skills that you're talking about? What has the experience been under Solis, Coach Joe, and Mark Fitzgerald, and Cody Raymer as well?
Definitely. They just bring a lot of knowledge to the game in general, and every day before games, pre-practice, everything, they put a lot of work in the individuals where they need help. So for me, they help me. I stay to the right side during batting practice. They help with the defense, either I'm at third or first, and pre-practice or in left. They give us a lot of work every day.
Ball and a strike with an out, nobody on. The new hitter is going to be number 28, pinch. Oh, actually, that's actually still Trent McKinney in there as he swings and misses. It's 1-2 in today's ball game. He's reached twice with a walk in the third and also doubled to left field in the 5th inning. Lines one into right center field. Chasing Johnson to his right. He comes in and makes the play. F-9 for out number 2. Nico, you're a guy who leads this team in average and home runs. But something that has surprised us here on the broadcast is how effective a base stealer you are. How much of stealing at this level is natural speed, and how much of it is an art, getting the read on a pitcher's form and all the little things that go into stealing second base?
Definitely, speed goes into it a little bit, but as you said before in pre-practice with Raymer, he helps us a lot with pitching holds, so we can get a hold on the pitcher, try to give us a good jump at first and second. So he's put a lot of work in with us in that aspect, so I give a lot of my credit to him for that. But it's just, I believe it's a little bit of speed and timing.
0-1 to Odekirk. High chopper to short. Neighbors field. Overhand toss is picked out of the dirt by Jalen Hurd at first to end the inning. 1-2-3. Nico, we really appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. We're going to be following you in Omaha with the Foresters, and congratulations on an absolutely monstrous summer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back in for the bottom of the 8th inning, Clay Rickerman to the hill. And boy, oh boy, has he earned this opportunity to close out the Oaks season. We'll see if it's a 2-inning outing for the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen, but he has just been electric out of the pen this summer, the Oaks closer. And he sets it off for his first pitch is just a bit outside, 1-0. To the lefty and leadoff hitter Trent Anderson. He's 2 for 3 today with a double his last time up and a run scored. And he also singled to center in the 3rd. 1-0 turns to 2-0 as that pitch misses low and outside. Clay Rickerman, 2-1 on the summer. He's 4 for 4 in save opportunities with a 3.04 ERA and 20 2/3 innings. Swinging a foul behind home. So replacing Peyton Ebel, who came out of the pen and retired all 4 batters he faced. So no 1 1/3 to be exact. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. 2 balls and a strike. Rickerman from the belt into the wind. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball a little bit high. 3 balls and a strike. Had the privilege to talk to Bailey Holbrook and, of course, Nico Lima this past inning. Nico told us about his excitement level heading into the NBC National Championship with the Foresters, as this one's fouled off. But it's coming with a grain of salt. His young son at home is turning 3 years old on the 30th, and well, he's upset to be missing his birthday, but he understands how important an opportunity it is for him to have a chance to showcase his talents in front of some of the best pool of scouts you'll see in the summer season. This one shot down the left field line, cut off in left by McKinney. Trey Anderson, 3 for 4, 2 doubles. He's having himself quite a ball game on the final day of the summer season.
Now batting fifth.
A single in the third and the sixth. Had a bloop single on the right. Stretched that one into a double. That one a true double down the left field line. On a pretty barren day for the Barons. Trent Anderson, one guy who's performed well.
Christian Lucio, DH, 1 for 3 today. Struck out his first 2 times up. Digs in from the left side of the plate. Ruckerman takes a deep breath. A long pause. He agrees with Kamenko, the catcher's sign. And here's his pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball away.
It's great to see Nico Lima turn what has been just a stellar summer from the plate on the base paths, some good defense into this opportunity with the Foresters in the NBC, similar to what Brandon Lewis did last season.
Exactly. 0-1 is fouled back behind home. It's 0-2. It's almost a summer. You see how well the Oaks have played these past 3 games. Looks like they're primed to win their 3rd in a row tonight for the first time all summer. You have to ask yourself, what if? What if they figured it out 2 weeks ago and they snuck into the postseason? So much talent on this team.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen if they get themselves in a elimination game or get that 3 seed.
And we've seen them, the season as a whole, if you, looking at it, the record shows they've struggled, but in individual games and small sample sizes, they've been in about 75% of the games they've played. Maybe a game or 2 against the Foresters, game or 2 against the Ripside. Other than that, they've been in every game.
0-2 off speed, and a breaking ball is what Clay Rickerman strikes Lucio out on. That's the 3rd swinging strikeout for the DH for the Barons today, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. So it's been a marathon affair tonight. 4 runs in the top of the 1st inning for the Oaks. They added on a 5th run in the 2nd on Nico Lima's 4th and final home run of the summer. 2 more in the 5th. Another 4 spot in the 6th. You total that up to 11 runs. A new hitter is Noel Soto. Rickerman steps off. It's been approaching 3 hours in this ball game. First pitch misses away, 1-0.
Two 4 spots. We'll do that to you. A couple long innings, the 1st and the 6th.
Lights fully illuminating the field as the sun is completely gone now. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball stays up. 2-0. And even though this is a season that will likely be sent right to the back of the brain of every player and coach involved, first of all, Rickerman steps off the hill and runs Anderson back to the second base bag. Even though it's a season to forget, and that will likely be forgotten by many. I don't think it's unfair to say how significant of a summer it's been for everybody involved in the team, from the coaches all the way down to the interns. And curveball misses down in the way, 3-0.
Us lowly broadcasters.
Well, even more important than that, just the development of certain players. And
absolutely, we've seen some guys grow and flourish, bloom right before our very eyes,
and play themselves into new opportunities, new
100%
offers from schools. 3-0, called a strike on the outside corner.
Travis Weston, one of those.
Noah Soto flips his bat. Yeah, Travis Weston, one of the many. And, I mean, even the little things. You know, a lot of Oaks players, we do our Oaks post-game show. That's the first time they're ever talking on camera. It's the whole experience.
Yeah.
Waking up and getting yourself to the field for the fifth time in 5 days. 3-1 turns to 3-2. For some players, this is the first time they're playing baseball away from home.
And it's a different vibe. You know, when you're playing in school, it's one thing, focusing on school and on baseball. You come to the summer, it's just baseball. Every single day, that's all you're thinking about. All you're doing, baseball, baseball, baseball. You know, being able to focus on that is important too.
Anderson's attempting to steal third. He will get there, and that's a walk as that pitch misses outside. Runners on the corners, one away, and here comes the big man Jalen Hurd, who's 0 for 1 today. Was hit by a pitch in the second and walked in the sixth. A strikeout looking sandwiched in between in the fourth inning. It's the first time, at least for me it was this way, being at the ballpark every day, where you're truly at one with the game of baseball. Just a completely religious experience.
Definitely.
Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. And that's something to be said, because like you were saying, in the middle of the school year, I mean, baseball might be the third or fourth thing on your mind.
You get home, you know, players watch tape of themselves playing. We watch tape of ourselves broadcasting, figuring out things we did well, the things we can do better, spending time doing that.
We cringe through it.
Absolutely.
0-1, runners on the corners, 1 out of the inning. Rickerman deals a hanging change, which is skied out to right. Andrew Lucas finds it in the light, and here comes the arm. He throws home, and Trent Anderson scores standing up from third. It's 11-3 Conejo. And Anderson scored 2 out of the Barons' 3 runs. Next up is Kendall Ewell as Hurd gets the RBI.
35, Kendall Ewell.
It's even the little things, right? Having the freedom to make mistakes during the summer.
So many mistakes. So many.
Swing and a miss, fastball. As Rickerman reaches back and throws it by Ewell for strike 1.
You have to fail to succeed. I certainly at least failed a lot this summer.
You'd hope that's what the Oaks would take away from this summer.
Everything is a learning experience.
It's now 0-1 to the right-handed hitter. First time for many using wood bats, especially for this young team filled with junior college players.
Oh, yeah.
Facing higher caliber pitching than they ever have. 0-1 turns to 0-2.
I think first time for a lot of these guys facing arms like a lot of the guys on the Foresters or the Riptide coming from big schools that can, you know, throw 95, 96.
Being around a guy like Mike Sosha and Bill Guittard and even, I mean, Ken Landreau, the head coach of the Academy Barons, and David Solis, connections all over Major League Baseball. Yeah. It's almost like for many of these young players, they're going out there and they're getting feedback from legends. It's almost as if I sent my tape to, you know, a professional broadcaster. Let's say
Vern Lundquist or something.
Vern Lundquist sending me an email. Here's what you have to improve on. It's invaluable. outside on the 0-2.
It really is priceless. It's like boot camp. That's really what it is. You come out here, it's baseball boot camp. It's the grind. You're finding yourself. You're trying to figure out mentally where you're at, mentally how to get through the grind, physically how to get through the grind. Run through injuries, run through failures,
and at the same time, there's a whole lot of laughs too.
So much
Swing and
fun.
a foul. I mean, for 2 months, these guys become your family.
Exactly.
You're with them through the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, the middlest of middles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty cool experience. And it goes, you see players make these relationships with coaches. And I was talking with Coach Joe Garcia, a guy who has been around baseball for a very long time. And he's already in retirement. The 1-2 is inside 2-2. Spending his summers with the Oaks, helping out. Still loves working with kids. But the most important thing he told me today, the one thing you have to take away from this, is baseball is family. It's not all W's and L's. Coach Joe makes it a priority to keep in contact with these guys. Even if it's one summer they spend together, it's those lifelong friendships that make it all worth it. This one destined for the gap, ripped into the right center field, and it's going to go almost all the way to the wall. Rounding third, trying to score from first is Soto. The throw to third. That's a stand-up triple for Kendall Ewell. In an RBI, it's 11-4 Conejo on top. And for Ewell, that is his first triple of the summer and only his fourth extra base hit. And he finally gets his first hit here in the 8th inning. So 2 runs across, and the Barons threatening for more. We're in the bottom half of the 8th. Coach Solis out to the hill. Zach Kamenko and Clay Rickerman present. Zach, take me through. We've experienced some pretty cool moments this summer. Is there one moment that stands out to you over the rest of them?
I mean, for me, it was the balk-off for a multitude of reasons. One of my first opportunities to lead a call, one of the strangest things I've ever seen. I believe that was the last walk-off win they got. It was coming off, it was a doubleheader, and it was coming off of a streak of a pretty tough streak of losses.
Strike one, a fastball that touches the outside corner. That's a good one. Yeah, that was
wild ending to a game, and it was the first
game.
doubleheader. It looks like there's some fireworks going off in left field.
See if we're gonna get any more. That was pretty awesome.
It was loud.
0-1, breaking ball, low outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
What about you, Jordan? Are there any games? Because I know that was only one, but there are definitely more that stand out. But I know you had some as well.
Some of my favorites. I look at the experience of watching Bull Durham on a bus, as this one is fouled off, with a team going through a similar minor league grind of a schedule. A team that had some jarring similarities to the Durham Bulls in that movie.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my favorite moment from that bus ride was when the lead actress in the movie said something along the lines of, "I only date players that are hitting 300 or better." Swinging a diving liner over the head of Gomez at second, a base hit. Ewell scores from third. It's 11-5, and the Barons are within 6. That's their third hit of the inning, and Marcus Johnson is now 1 for 3.
Number 6, Sean Blandino.
And, of course, after the actress says that she only dates hitters who are hitting 300 or better, Coach Solis turns around and points to Nico Lima as the only one who would be eligible.
I think it was something along the lines of, "She's all yours, Nico."
Yeah, she's all yours. That's on top. As far as games go, how about opening day?
Yeah.
Fouled back. Of course, the first game of the season wasn't finished on the first day, but
so day 2, really.
Day 2, 2 walk-off wins in one day. You don't see that all too often. That was pretty fun. And then Ryan Yamashiro's go-ahead 2-run home run in San Luis Obispo.
How about Zach Kamenko's double?
Yeah,
Big win against the
Pershing
Foresters, yeah.
0-1, change up away, a ball and a strike.
Coming off a 5-game losing streak. And it was funny. That was a point in the season where the Oaks, they had started the season well, were struggling in the middle. It was their 6 games in 6 days. Second to last week in June, and it was almost a point where can they turn it around? Can they turn it on? Kevin Graham was just getting there. Can they figure it out?
Runner goes from first. 1-1 is plunked foul to the left side, 1-2.
Now they didn't, but it was a point in time where we truly believed that they could turn the corner with the talent that they had.
Meeting some of the families of players is always a high point for me, and
absolutely
talking with everybody who, first of all, time is going to be called as a pitch from the bullpen leaks into the playing field. Back to baseball. Sean Blandino, the hitter, is 1 for 3, and just hearing everybody's different perspectives on things. Believe me, I hear a lot from Coach Solis or other coaches, and there's one side of things where the parents complain about the coaches and the coaches complain about the parents, and it's the whole culture of that, but also, learning some meaningful things from everybody involved. Swing and a miss. Blandino strikes out swinging on a 1-2 curveball, and in the inning, 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and that's going to be 1 runner left on base. Top of the 9th after this on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Top of the 9th inning, and the alarm is going off in left center field. Not sure what the alarm is. Maybe a smoke alarm after the fireworks, but who knows? Oh, maybe there's a barbecue going out there. That's what we're being told. Anyway, this should be the last half inning of Oaks Ups of the summer, unless the Academy Barons pull off a miracle. Andrew Lucas is the hitter, and he's out of the 1 hole. He's reached base 3 times, twice on walks, once on an error. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 11 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 5 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Barons. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. An electric fastball. 93 miles an hour. New pitcher is first a breaking ball low outside, check swing. Yes, he did go. Strike 3 to Lucas out of the hands of J.P. Massey, who's been JP filthy so far.
JP Nasty would have been better.
Yeah, probably, now that I think about it. Anyway, 1 out. Here's Daniel Krasnick. For Massey this summer, a 4.16 ERA in 16 1/3 innings. He's a big strikeout pitcher, 19 Ks, 9 walks, and he throws one to the backstop. And you're going to get a little bit of that with him. When he's in the strike zone, he's one of the harder pitchers to hit in the CCL. Of course, a developing breaking ball as well. One that certainly looked tough to hit during Andrew Lucas's at-bat. 1-0 turns to 1-1. The 1-1 home. Kraz takes a slider low. It's 2-1. Zach Kamenko standing on deck. Kraz takes a strike, 2-2. Krasnick was rung up back in the 6th inning on a pitch that he thought was not strike three. This one obviously in there. 12-6 at the knees. See you later. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. 2 away in the top of the 9th for Zach Kamenko. Kamenko takes a strike on the outside corner. Zach came into the game, his first at-bat in the 7th inning. He struck out swinging, replacing Jacob Castro, who reached all 4 times he came to the batter's box. Kamenko gets a big piece of this one and drives it foul down the left field line. It's 0-2. Castro was 1 for 1 officially, walked twice, and was hit by a pitch. 0-2. And I suspect we might see the hard hammer from J.P. Massey here. 0-2, 2 outs. The kick and the pitch. Fastball skied foul. And Kamenko stays alive. Massey out of the University of Minnesota. 6'4", 165 out of Chicago, Illinois. In 2019, his freshman season, he had a 5.40 ERA in 29 innings. Swing and a miss from Kamenko. It's dropped by the catcher, Elizalde. He throws to Hurt at first. And a 1-2-3 ninth for J.P. Massey. He strikes out the side. The Barons need 6 to tie this game. In the bottom of the 9th, 11-5 Oaks on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Matthew Elizalde leads off the bottom of the ninth inning. Could be the final half inning for both of these teams on the summer. And we got some beef for dinner tonight. Marshall Denton out to finish off the Oaks summer season. Out of the University of Arkansas, only fitting he gets to finish this season. Nubbed on the ground to second, fielded by Gomez to Yamashiro, 4-3 for out number 1. Of course, Denton finished last year, and he got the save in the championship game win over the Orange County Riptide. So it's nice to see it all come full circle. Replaces Clay Rickerman, who gave up 3 runs in the 8th inning, while the Barons touched him up for 3 hits. Inside corner misses. It's 1-0 to Kamayu Neighbors, which, by the way, is definitely a top 5 name we've had all summer.
I'm a fan of Basil Williams Jr. I think that's my favorite.
Chopper foul, 1-1. Yeah, Basil not in the lineup today.
Top 5. Well, who are your other top 5 names, Jordan?
Oh,
if you're going to run through that.
Ryan Yamashiro's got to be a top 5.
Definitely.
I love Raul Sandoval, partially because of his father on our broadcast. Always
Raul.
Yeah, that's one of my personal favorites,
yeah.
too. The 1-1 in is called a strike, 1-2. Blake Fadul, that's a good one.
I like Dylan Rock. It's
Dylan
simple.
Rock.
It works.
Nice. A 1-2 misses low and outside. Oh, no way. It's actually called a strike on the outside corner. A looking strikeout, 2 gone in the 9th.
Hunter Swift is another good one. It's fitting for him.
So 1 out away. Oaks looking for their first winning streak of the summer. It's been a long, grueling one. July definitely more difficult, or less difficult than June, as the first pitch is low to Trent Anderson, who's looking for a 4-hit performance. He's 3 for 4. Barons down to their final out. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike, 1-1. Oaks all of them on the top step of the dugout, on the rail. Now the set. Base is empty, 2 gone, bottom 9. The 1-1 is lined out of play, 1-2. Marshall Denton on the summer has a 2.89 ERA, a 9 1/3. He's trying for a scoreless 9th here. The set. The 1-2, he kicks and offers just a bit low on a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hangs over his right shoulder. Zach Kamiko lays down the sign. Here's the pitch. High chopper to shortstop. Denton can't get it. Baldovino, bare hand throw to first is not in time. And Anderson is now 4 for 5 today. An infield single. And what a performance by the leadoff man for the Barons.
3/4 of the way to the cycle, only missing the home run. Actually, no, that's not true. He had a double. He was not the one who had the triple. Scrap that. Regardless, 4 for 5. Great day.
Christian Lucio now, his 5th at-bat. 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, all swinging. Marshall Denton, the sidewinder, throws low and outside, and the catcher's indifference allows Anderson to go to second. A 1-0 pitch, just a bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes. It's been a long ball game tonight. Now 3 hours and 20 minutes. 2-0. Anderson trying to steal third. Kamiko throws it up the third base line. And Odeker can't get it quickly enough, as coming in and scoring is Trent Anderson all the way from second. It's now 11-7, Conejo. So an error on Zach Kamiko. I believe the count is now 3-0. Low and outside, and a 4-pitch walk dealt to Lucio on base for the second time today. Score is actually 11-6, not 11-7. Noel Soto with a runner on and 2 outs. Conejo trying to close the refrigerator here. Line drive to third. Odekirk spears it, and this game is over. 11-6, the Oaks win this one, and they finish the 2019 summer season with their first winning streak. That's now 3 in a row, and they are now giving each other handshakes, some smiles to end what was a long summer, Zach.
And then with 3-game winning streak, some great performances from some of their better pitchers. Carson Carter, I believe his best performance this summer, was locked in, 4 innings, 1 hit ball, 6 strikeouts. A great performance. You want to end on a note like this, and it's been a long summer, but winning a game 11-6, great experience this summer, and I'm glad we ended on a high note, Jordan.
So this one's final, 11-6. I'd like to give out a few thank yous before we sign off for the final time. First of all, thank you to you, Zach. Great job this summer, making the most out of a tough living situation and showing up to work every day with a great attitude.
Appreciate it, Jordan.
And you've gotten a lot better this summer.
It's been great learning on you. I really appreciate all the guidance and the support.
Of course, and you have made me a better broadcaster as well.
That's what we're here to do, man.
Big thank you to the Oaks and Coach Solis, and of course, all of you listening on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network, giving, whether it's your family or friends, some support for the summer season, and just entertaining us by listening. It has been truly an honor to bring you Oaks baseball for this year and also last year. And, of course, Oaks and Coach Solis. Emily Hilsinger not with us right now, but thank you to her for all her production work all summer. This is Jordan Brenner signing off. We hope you join us for the CCL postseason. We'll have every game for you. It could be 4, it could be 5. Thursday through Sunday. Look in our chat. We put the link to the CCL schedule if you want to find out the game times and head out for a ball game. Or, of course, check us out online. Signing off, Oaks 11, Barons 6. Conejo finishes the summer 12-22 in the CCL. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening.